tiebreaker or anything. So you have that. So that's just, it's not impossible, but that is a bigger lead than I think it appears. Yeah. 2.5 games is close for comfort. 1.5 would have been a nightmare today, but that's a lot of work Cleveland has to do with not a lot.
But they are, basically, they're 5-5 in their last 10, and that's all been without Roman Anthony. So, I mean, okay, this is what you have. This is the group that you have going forward. And so I think another 10-game stretch that they go 5-5. You know, Jones mentioned this before, but yeah, you might go into the playoffs being like, I don't know how I feel about this team, but who cares? Like, you're in the playoffs now at this point. Hopefully you can reset things. But yeah, it's been up and down for a lot of times during the season, but I just think the math is still in their favor, right? Like, they don't need to go on a crazy run, and then they'll still be in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yesterday helped.
And,
it helped a lot.
Yeah.
And a big win for this team. All right, we're keeping Jones and Keefe here for one more segment, but you can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI, brought to you by Subaru of New England. The Subaru of New England all-wheel drive away event is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. And coming up in about 15 minutes, we will hear Mike Monaco's pregame chat with Red Sox manager Alex Cora, and that's brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and the New England Edition F-150, the official truck of the Red Sox. More with Jones and Keefe right after this. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Your home is a reflection of you. Who you choose to do your roofing, siding, windows, and doors matters. For 25 years, Henderson Roofing has served homeowners in Connecticut and Rhode Island. Founded and run by John Henderson himself. They pair quality materials with expert work. Just ask the thousands of homeowners who've given them 5-star reviews. Henderson Roofing, the partner you and your family can trust. Henderson-roofing.com for your free estimate. That's Henderson-roofing.com.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out.
Going down in the rinse straight.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Joe Wild with you in the Ford Clubhouse Fenway Studios, hanging out with Adam Jones and Rich Keefe as we get you set for Red Sox versus A's. Final game of a 3-game set, and the Sox hoping to pick up a series win against the A's. So, guys, glad to be with you.
Yes, you as well.
And hopefully we see this team close out this series with a W. And some of these questions that I'm going to follow up with, I hope I'm not jinxing the club by asking. But
no, you're not.
But, okay, 91.4%.
You might be. No. Baseball players notoriously don't believe in jinxes.
Yeah, no.
Or they're not
superstitious and all that stuff.
Yeah, you want to be, Keefe, and Stephon Diggs agrees with you, a little stiff.
Just a little.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yep.
He was in the news again this week.
He has been quite a bit.
Sure was.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. And good for Cardi B.
And good for Cardi B, too. You're right. All right, so these next couple questions are more about if this team makes the playoffs. What team do you guys want to see in the first round?
Yankees.
It is the
100% the Yankees. One, I think the entertainment value speaks for itself. It's far and away the most interesting of the series. But they've matched up incredibly well. 9-4 against the Yankees this year. I don't think they fear the Yankees by any means. Now, if the series is in Yankee Stadium, obviously going to make things a little bit more difficult. But no, I think they've had their number all year. I think it's better than the alternatives. And obviously, I think it'd give us the most to talk about, the most juice, all the most buzz, all that stuff too.
Yeah, Bradfo said earlier today, like, you line the two teams up. And I get it. I mean, the Red Sox have injuries. I get it. And he's like, the Yankees are so much better. I mean, Judge clearly and we probably underestimated their lineup, Keith. We were talking about this.
Yeah, Cody
earlier
Bellinger
in
is
the week.
better than I thought.
Bellinger and Jazz Chisholm and Grisham's got 30 home runs. So, I don't want to make it sound like they're trash, but I don't know that they're so much better than the Red Sox. They feel vulnerable. I feel like you match up well with them pitching-wise, and then in general, they've done well in that head-to-head season series, not as well in this latest series. So the Yankees would be my answer as well. Houston is a team I go back and forth on because I respect the pedigree there. But then how many of those guys were there and winning? Like Bregman is here now. I know Correa's back. Alvarez is hurt. I mean, Altuve's still there. I don't quite look at them as the same. I respect what they've done over the last decade plus. They always seem to be in there. They always seem to go on runs. But they feel vulnerable to me, too, after the Alvarez injury.
Yeah, I think Houston's my choice as well. The 9-4 record against the Yankees, that's a real thing. I mean, they dominated them this year. I just wish they had Roman Anthony, because if they had Roman, and that's an obvious thing to say, but I just feel like their lineup would be so much better off. And then on top of that, I think of the historical context of the rivalry. You lose in any series against the Yankees, that's on your ledger forever. And I just wish this team was at full strength to then go up against them and make something happen. But we just talked about pitching for a moment. Jones just brought it up. We got Brian Bayo on the bump today. Who's your number 2 starter if this team gets to the postseason? Do you go with Bayo or do you go with Giolito, who actually does have some playoff experience?
I would probably go with Bayo. I think it's Bayo. I think they both had that stretch where they were incredible and they put themselves in there. And I don't know where that stands now after Giolito's game yesterday, but we were looking at American League starters ERAs. You have 3 of the 10 best guys. Like, they've been unbelievable. We're looking at Garrett Crochet and his run for the Cy Young, but those other 2 guys have been so good. But yeah, I think it's like a coin flip, like who's had the better season. But I would lean Bayo right now as the number 2.
I would too. Or if you would have asked me 2 weeks ago, I might have said Peyton Tolley after his first start. But no, I think Bayo's the choice. And you're right. I mean, Giolito has some postseason experience, and that's fine. But I think Bayo's been the better pitcher going back to the middle of last year. No knock on Giolito and what he's done. He's been a little more vulnerable in September, although Bayo has as well. But yeah, I think I'd keep it simple and go Bayo in game 2, Giolito in game 3. And then whenever you need a 4th starter right now, it's got to be early.
I'll choose it. I'll go the same way with you guys this time on Bayo. I've gone back and forth on it, and I just think Bayo has been a little bit better this year. You just look at even some of the underlying stuff. Can either of you guys grow a mustache like Tolley? Have you ever tried?
No. Maybe it's like a joke. I had like a joke mustache for like a day.
You're pretty thick and stubble over there. Like I grow a pretty
very
wispy.
kind.
I grow a pretty wispy brand of facial hair.
Yeah.
It comes in very light.
Yeah.
So could I grow a mustache? I mean, I could grow a mustache, but it would look pathetic, and it wouldn't be anywhere near as cool as Peyton Tolley's.
That's
why we had to plaster on fake mustache.
Fake ones.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah.
That's me my entire life. I remember my dad told me early on in my life, like right as I was hitting puberty, he goes,
Congrats, son.
Yeah, just happened, right? He's like, listen, wild men's beards, they grow in patchy. You're never gonna have a chance. That broke my heart.
Well, you're clean shaven all the time, though. You're like Danny Graves out there. He's very clean shaven. I think he shaved before games.
Yeah, well manicured Steve Phillips almost. Although he's got the facial hair. Yeah,
just the right amount.
Man's a silver fox. That is true.
All right, boys. Well, hopefully we get a dub today.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining me. And hopefully we get to talk in the postseason.
Yes, that'd be
about
great.
this team as well.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, we're looking forward. Fingers crossed, but we are looking forward to it. Thanks, Joe.
All right, Adam Jones, Rich Keefe. And coming up right now, we have the McFarland Energy 2-Minute Grill with Rob Bradford, presented by McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil, including BioHeat, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. This guy pitched last night, Zack Kelly. He had a chance to chop it up with Rob Bradford.
There's no human being on the planet I'd rather be talking to more than Zack Kelly for the 2-Minute Grill right now. Always gets a smile. It's a great way to start the day. All right, Zack, tell me about how your wife ridiculed you and told you to be a better pitcher.
We were just talking. I was just so frustrated after that game against New York, just because it was just uncompetitive, and we were just sitting there talking, and it's like she's just like, the stuff is there. You just got to be consistent. Like whatever you got to do to be consistent. Like you got to figure it. You got to find something because the stuff is not the issue. And she's right.
Happy wifey, happy lifey. By the way,
that's right.
Yeah.
It's tough love. tough love.
Has she, as you have a beautiful family, have you ever had that conversation with your spouse before? Oh, was this sort of rubber meets the road time? It's like she understood it's go time.
No, we've had some conversations. She's a very big supporter, and so like she'll critique when she sees fit.
All right, that's good.
It's good. Well, it's just like a different voice, and like she knows I'll listen to her.
It probably, well, that's the thing. It probably hits, right?
It does.
It's like, you know, when my wife says, "Hey, listen, your clothes isn't matching today," I take that to heart every single day. Anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, so the other part about that was you said, like, not only was your wife, but the coaching staff, and you had, I don't know how you phrase it, spirited conversation. Yeah. What was that like?
I mean, we was basically kind of talking about, you know, like what I said, like they adding against New York, and like from when they came up in September, I had a good one against Cleveland, battling against Arizona, a good one against the A's, and battling against New York, and it's like this one, especially against New York, it was just like uncompetitive. Like I came out, walked, stayed to lead the game off, and then I don't remember what happened, but I ended up walking Wells after I was 0-2 or 1-2 on him, and so it's just like the stuff is good enough where that, like, you got to compete in the zone. The stuff is good enough to compete in the zone, and like whenever I'm just uncompetitive, it's just frustrating, especially in situations like that. And especially it's the situation we're in as a team right now, like this can't happen. So we had a conversation about that. Like I said, it's not the first time we've had one of those conversations too, but that was pretty much the gist of it.
So I have to ask, so when you say spirited, was it like them just really trying to hammer this home more than to say, hey, this, you know, I like you personally?
Yeah. It was a little bit more
like, we need you,
intense.
Let's get going.
Yeah, a little bit more intense than it has been, you know, at times in the past, like not in like a bad manner either, like just really trying to emphasize like with where we're at as a team, and you know the importance of where we're at right now.
Well, last thing is exciting. I mean, the fact is that like you're figuring this stuff out at a great time. Such a roller coaster. Every season's a roller coaster, but the fact that you are where you are, whether it's that meeting, whether it's your wife, whether it's you, whatever it is, but it's a good feeling.
Yeah, it is a good feeling, especially, you know, especially being able to do that here at home, and you feel the energy from the ballpark and the fans, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
All right, good job. Thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
All right, good stuff there with Zack Kelly and Rob Bradford. Coming up next, we will have Mike Monaco's pregame chat with Red Sox manager Alex Cora, and that's brought to you by your New England Ford dealers as we get you ready for Red Sox versus A's rubber match of a 3-game set. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Your home is a reflection of you. Who you choose to do your roofing, siding, windows, and doors matters. For 25 years, Henderson Roofing has served homeowners in Connecticut and Rhode Island. Founded and run by John Henderson himself. They pair quality materials with expert work. Just ask the thousands of homeowners who've given them 5-star reviews. Henderson Roofing, the partner you and your family can trust. Henderson-roofing.com for your free estimate. That's Henderson-roofing.com.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement. Attention
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Hey, hello. Listen to my voice talking to you about the new Old Spice NFL collection at Walmart. Now listen to my smell. I smell like NFL stars Jared Goff, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, CJ Stroud, and George Kittle. I smell like greatness. Why? Because I'm wearing Old Spice's new NFL collection. How can you put the greatness of the NFL into a smell, you ask? You can't. But Old Spice can. And they did. Smell like Suntal and Speed, Driftwood and Drive, Sea Tides and Toughness with the Old Spice NFL collection available at Walmart. Smell like the greatest smell in the NFL with Old Spice.
Going on vacation? We're here for it. With kids who turn a back seat into a courtroom drama over whose tablet is louder, whose charger is faster, and why watching the same cartoon for the 100th time is a human right? Yep, we totally have vehicles to handle that. Because whether it's a road trip or a business trip, where your flight's delayed, your phone's at 2%, and your dinner, whatever's open, yeah, here for that too. Enterprise, we're here for it.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
Something big has been spotted in Rhode Island. The $5 Jaws instant ticket from the Rhode Island Lottery. You could win up to $50,000 instantly, or enter the Jaws second chance for cash prizes and Jaws merchandise. Enter at rilot.com or on the lottery's mobile app. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. Jaws is copyrighted by Universal City Studios, LLC.
This is Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Only 10 games left here in the regular season, and today the Red Sox look to win the series against the A's. Joe Weil with you inside the Ford Clubhouse Fenway studio, and this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today, feel comfortable about tomorrow. And before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Alex Cora's club is 2.5 games up on the Cleveland Guardians for a wild card spot, and before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. And Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and the New England Edition F-150 official truck of the Boston Red Sox. And here's Alex Cora with our very own Mike Monaco.
Alex Cora with us before the finale here against the A's from Fenway Park. And Alex, last night, just one of the best team wins of the season. Can you describe the emotion that you felt in this ballpark here in the middle of September and just how good it was to have so many guys contribute?
No, it was good. I think on Tuesday, there was a lot of nervous energy in the ballpark. Yesterday was real energy, and we needed it. You know, we're playing actually a really good team, and I was just talking to Mike Kotsay, and offensively, they're really tough, you know, and to match up with their bullpen, with their bench, is a tough one. You're always going to find a bad matchup, you know, but, you know, we did a good job yesterday grinding, Ref with the big swing, Trevor put in the one play, and then at the end, you know, Narvi with the bunt. We've been working on that for the last 2 weeks. He paid off, and then Sogi making contact, great jump by Eden, and we score.
So many contributors. You just went through some of them. I guess we'll work in reverse order and start with Sogard. To go to him in that spot, and Cedon, who's meant so much, who probably saved the run early in the game, but to go to the contact of Sogard, what goes into that decision to pull it off in that moment?
Yeah, I mean, the kid is struggling. We know that, but he's one of our best players, and he's going to play. We haven't pinched it for him this season. Talking to Ramon, it just makes sense, left-handed hitter. We can get a better jump at third base for the contact play. Sogi will put the ball in play, and sometimes he'll hit it soft enough. And it's just that. It's just one of those that you hate to do it, but you have to do it. You're not managing one guy. You're managing the whole roster, and we have to maximize it. We were very patient throughout the game, waiting for the right spot, when to use Hammy, when to use Sogi, because when we use Romy and Ref, it's a lot different, you got to keep him in there in case they bring a lefty for Massa, and it just paid off.
Pitching-wise, top of the 10th. Guys grew up last night, it felt like. Zack Kelly, you've been talking about him in the search for consistency. And then Chris Murphy to blow 97 past Nick Kurtz. What did those two guys mean in the top of the 10th?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has to contribute, and today too. We're a little bit short in the bullpen, but at this stage, we're going to be very aggressive early on if we have to. Yesterday, Gio was, he didn't throw strikes, so we needed to go with Willie. And then we went to extra innings, and then, Kelly has good stuff. We know that. It's just about being consistent. This is the second good one in a row. And then Murph, Narvi, talked to him in the mound. We're going to attack him very similar to the way Early did, sinkers and then four-seamers, and they executed.
You were so interesting yesterday on the radio on the afternoon show talking about your process from the media perspective, and I love hearing your process with anything. I'm curious, in a game like last night where there are so many decisions, can you take us behind the scenes of the work for you during the day that kind of leads you to that point? Like, what stuff are you leaning on going over in the morning, in the afternoon, and then in-game as well? Like, what do you look to make your decisions?
I had eliminated the mornings. That was 18, new job. But I'm more efficient now. I rely a lot on my coaches. The hitting group is a big one, and they prepare better, in my opinion, than others. You got 4 guys that are grinding through the day. They have to go through scouting reports and usage, and then you have to take care of 13, 14 hitters, and all of them are clicking, But in my case, you start looking for matchups or situations, possible situations early on, what they're going to do, how they manage the last 10 days, where they at bullpen-wise, understanding that they're playing for something else, and maybe they're not going to mix and match the way other teams are going to do it because they want to see guys going through lefties, even though the guys are righty on the mound. So you have to take that in mind, and then at the end, man, you just got to win the ball game. That's the most important thing. And I think as a group, we prepare. Sometimes you feel is this good enough? But yeah, it's good enough, man. Like at the end, the players have to execute. And so far this season, they've been doing that.
Trevor's been talking about offensively in the box, the need to slow it down. I'm curious, as a manager, are there still moments where you need to slow it down? You've done it so many times, 600 wins, all that. Do you have times where you need to slow it down? And if so, what do you do to recenter yourself?
Yeah, I look calm all the time, supposedly. That's what people say. But inside, it's going fast, man. It's going fast. And you get anxious, because you're pulling for everybody. You want Sedan to get a knock every at-bat. You're pulling for Alex, At one point with Alex, I say, hey, we should slow it down. It's very hard to hit with 27 guys on his shoulders, just let him be. But try to enjoy it, to be honest with you. I think we're blessed to be playing meaningful games in September here at Fenway Park, and obviously going on the road and having a chance to play in October. But from my end, the whole day, try to limit the thoughts. I think that's the most important thing. The more you think, the worse you're going to be. And then when the game comes, your preparation is going to make you take the right decision, make the right decision.
Last couple for you. Trevor, what he's meant to this team. He ties the game again in the 6th inning last night. Is there a moment you reflect on when times were tough and he was banged up? Like a moment where you're like, man, we've come a long way since then with Trevor.
Yeah, we pinch hit for him this year, and we didn't play him on a Sunday here because he needed a mental break. And, it's amazing how this game goes, right? He went from being one of the worst hitters in the big leagues in the month of May to being one of the best in the second part of the season. The consistency. Now, when he goes to the plate, you feel like he's going to make contact, that he's going to shoot the ball to right field. I read an article, him talking about Nolan Arenado, with men in scoring position when Nolan was a beast in Colorado, driving in at 120, 130, and he felt like Nolan will always shoot the ball to right field. That's what's happening with Trevor. Yesterday, simple approach, go the other way, not trying to do too much, and, it's been great, man. Running the bases, on point, and defensively, he's been a monster.
Last one, Breggy. You mentioned him not feeling the weight of the world, the weight of the whole clubhouse. Couple swings last night that looked really good. Are you seeing signs that he might bust out of this soon?
Yeah, talking to him, and he feels like yesterday was a good day. He was able to see the ball. That's my message to him. I don't get involved in mechanics and all that. I hit 230 as a big leaguer when people used to hit 340, right? Just swing at the right ones, and the last at bat was a good one. The line drive to left field when man on was a good one. Even there was a pitch he got beat, the pop-up foul to third base. He felt like he got the head out. So just take it one step at a time. One thing for sure, man. I don't know if you noticed when Kelly came in, he called a meeting on the mound. He's still the leader of this team. He slows it down for everybody, and we need to slow it down for him. Let's put it that way.
Alex, thank you. Good luck today.
Thank you.
All right, that's Mike Monaco with Red Sox manager Alex Cora. And coming up next in the Mass Mutual pregame show, we will get the New England Chevy dealers question of the day to you. And we'll also let you know what the lock of the game presented by Interlock Metal Roofing is. A Subaru of New England scoreboard updates coming your way as well. And then today's starting lineups brought to you by Herb Chambers. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Your home is a reflection of you. Who you choose to do your roofing, siding, windows, and doors matters. For 25 years, Henderson Roofing has served homeowners in Connecticut and Rhode Island. Founded and run by John Henderson himself, they pair quality materials with expert work. Just ask the thousands of homeowners who've given them 5-star reviews. Henderson Roofing, the partner you and your family can trust. Henderson-roofing.com for your free estimate. That's Henderson-roofing.com.
Hey, hello. Listen to my voice talking to you about the new Old Spice NFL collection at Walmart. Now listen to my smell. I smell like NFL stars Jared Goff, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, CJ Stroud, and George Kittle. I smell like greatness. Why? Because I'm wearing Old Spice's new NFL collection. How can you put the greatness of the NFL into a smell, you ask? You can't. But Old Spice can. And they did. Smell like Suntal and Speed, Driftwood and Drive, Sea Ties and Toughness with the Old Spice NFL collection available at Walmart. Smell like the greatest smell in the NFL with Old Spice.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out.
Going down in a rinse straight.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
Something big has been spotted in Rhode Island. The $5 Jaws instant ticket from the Rhode Island Lottery. You could win up to $50,000 instantly, or enter the Jaws second chance for cash prizes and Jaws merchandise. Enter at rilot.com or on the lottery's mobile app. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. Jaws is copyrighted by Universal City Studios, LLC.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
Running a business means I wear lots of hats. Luckily, when it's time to put on my hiring hat, I can count on LinkedIn to make it easy. I can post a job for free or pay to promote it and get 3 times more qualified candidates. Imagine finding your next great hire in 24 hours. 86% of small businesses do. I can also easily share my job with my network. No other job site lets you do that. Plus, I can manage everything all in one place. Post, match, hire, done. Post your free job at linkedin.com/skill. That's linkedin.com/skill. Terms and conditions apply.
Getting on the network America relies on is easy when you come into your local Verizon store. Come check out their latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between, it's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network America relies on. Visit your local Verizon store to speak with a rep and save big today.
Your smart speaker to play, 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
And this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. And remember, you can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI, brought to you by Subaru of New England. The Subaru of New England all-wheel drive away event is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. And here is my lock of the game presented by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Jaron Duran upping his hitting streak to 5 games. Every game we have the New England Chevy Dealers question of the day. Together we drive. Listen in for that during the broadcast today. The question on our X account at Sox Booth: what was Alex Cora's best decision from last night? Stretching out Whitlock, bringing in Chris Murphy, or pinch hitting Nick Sogard? So be sure to chime into that poll. And it's time now for today's Red Sox starting lineup, brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Duran in left, Story at short, Bregman at third, Yoshida the DH, Lowe at first, Wong the catcher, Hamilton at second, Nate Eaton in right, and then Raphael rounding out the 9 in center field with Brian Bayo on the hill. Let's quickly get you a Subaru of New England scoreboard update. The Subaru of New England all-wheel drive away event is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. And the games that matter most to us: no score between the Guardians and Tigers, top first out in Detroit with Scooble on the mound. And then the Blue Jays and Rays, no score as that game's about to go into the bottom of the first inning. The Blue Jays on the road in this one, playing at George M. Steinbrenner Field. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Big thank you to Joe Braverman. I'm Joe Weil. Hang tight. Will Fleming, Mike Monaco have Red Sox versus A's coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The Gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
So I made the new Eggo protein waffles the other day for my kids, and they couldn't believe how good they tasted, or that they were packed with protein. They have the same great Eggo taste we all know and love, plus 20% of your daily protein. They seriously taste amazing. Whether it's part of your breakfast before school or a quick bite before practice, new Eggo protein waffles and pancakes are an easy way to keep everyone happy. Head to your local grocery store to fuel your morning with Eggo protein waffles and pancakes, available at retailers nationwide.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just
speaking into the void?
But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Lowe's knows how to get you ready for holiday hosting with up to 35% off select home decor. And get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, members get free delivery, haul away, basic installation, parts, and a 2-year Lowe's protection plan when you spend $2,500 or more on select LG major appliances. Valid through 10/1. Member offer excludes Massachusetts, Maryland, Wisconsin, New Jersey, and Florida. Installed by independent contractors. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Heather is a nurse practitioner from United Healthcare.
We meet patients wherever they live.
During a house call, she found Jack had an issue.
Jack's blood pressure was dangerously high.
It was 217 over 110.
So they got Jack to the hospital and got him the help he needed.
He had had a stent placed in his heart, preventing a massive heart attack.
If it wasn't for my guardian angel, I wouldn't be here.
Hear more stories like Jack's at unitedhealthcare.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan, area, limitation, and exclusions apply.
This week on Celeb News, the Hollywood glow-up you never saw coming. It's DirecTV. They're shaking things up with flexible options that fit any kind of taste and budget. They only look like $1 million, baby. They got packs with live TV and streaming for one sexy low price. Slay! Wait, DirecTV is receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. It's DirecTV like you've never seen it. Visit DirecTV.com today. New residential customers. Auto renews monthly. Cancel anytime. Credit card and restrictions apply.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Going down in a rinse straight. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. This is Red Sox Baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over. And the Red Sox win. Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about Subaru. SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Nomo's pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan, sun's out, deals up at the Nissan end of summer sales event.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James, Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella, here for good.
Red Sox win again.
Buy cars for kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks, official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back! Grand slam!
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone! Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist.
Well, they just yelled. Barrett and A-Rod are having words, and now they're in a fight.
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here is the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on. New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Roman reigns supreme.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Mike Monaco.
On a suddenly beautiful Thursday afternoon, we welcome you to Fenway Park, where today the Boston Red Sox play the finale of this 3-game series with the Athletics in a 6-game homestand as the Red Sox about to embark on their final road trip of the season. A thrilling extra innings win last night over these A's to set the scene today for a series-deciding ball game. The Red Sox will send one of their best pitchers to the mound, Brian Bayo, on the mound against the right-hander J.T. Ginn. The Red Sox 14 games above 500, and their magic number with 10 games to go over the Cleveland Guardians is exactly 8. The Sox a 2.5 game edge over Cleveland, who just continues to win. The Guardians on an unreal heater. They've won 6 in a row. Right now it's the Yankees, the Red Sox, and the Mariners, with the Houston Astros right in there in the mix for the AL West division lead. And things are tense and tight for the Red Sox, which underscores just how critical that win was last night. Along with Mike Monaco, Will Fleming. And Mike, last night was fun. It was thrilling, a little stressful, but it's just that time of year in Red Sox Nation, holding its breath. Everything is on the line these next 10 days.
Everything is. It feels like every pitch matters. It was 3.5+ hours of just grinded out baseball. It was back and forth. There were so many contributors. I thought Zack Kelly put it well after the game. He said parts of 4 years for him here. He said it was the best team win of the season. Trevor Story said he had A's players saying to him it was the loudest they'd ever heard this place, maybe the loudest they'd ever heard certain ballparks around Major League Baseball. It was quite a game last night. Everyone contributed. Alex Cora was kind of patient with his moves offensively off the bench, but then he was really aggressive with the pitching moves, and it adds up to a game you just had to have, coming off 2-1 on Monday. Yes, you got the win Sunday, but the way Friday and Saturday had went against the Yankees, that was very big, and today is as well. And hopefully Brian Bayo can, somewhat here get back on track.
Alex Cora was one of the great managers in baseball, and I think last night, as it has so often in the last couple of weeks, signaled a new intention from the Red Sox manager. He is not going to wait. He took Giolito out in the 5th inning. He was so aggressive, pushed Whitlock a little bit. The Red Sox, it is patently clear, Mike. Alex may tell everyone it's time to stop talking about October, but he's managing very much like it is October.
Yeah, I asked him about that decision. I mean, we said it in the moment. It's about getting the contact of Nick Sogard. And he said, I haven't hit for Cedon this year. Like, it's tough to do. And Alex Cora says he's got to remind himself that his responsibilities are to the team. But he's going through it with Cedon. He feels that viscerally, but he knew he had to go to Nick Sogard there. And they had coached up Nate Eaton as well, that they felt like he didn't maybe get a great jump on a foul earlier in the at-bat from Sogard. So a reminder from Kyle Hudson to Nate Eaton about, hey, you got to be off on contact. And it paid off. He was. They get a win. Nick Sogard was funny and self-deprecating about maybe the lack of exit velocity and hard contact there, but he got the job done, and that's why he was in the game there, to have a professional at bat and put the ball in play.
It's so interesting. So often Alex talks about earning the trust of players that will pay off later in the season. That is out the window. It is go time. It is win now time for the Red Sox, who come out of their first base dugout. Time now for the national anthem, which is brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com. You'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers, helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautiful job of the Wakefield Memorial High School Choral Department. Red Sox and the Athletics, Will Fleming and Mike Monaco, and the Hall of Famer Joe Castiglione. Joe, you've been down this road a time or two before, where the Red Sox in dire straits. I mean, they've got a great positioning. They are firmly in the playoff picture. But it's amazing the impact of one game, one decision, one play, one base running blunder. Everything is magnified, and this is what all baseball fans live for. I find it thrilling that here we are again today, a series deciding game, and really everything's there for the Sox.
It certainly is right there for the taking, and this Oakland club does not roll over. Pardon me, the Athletics club.
Oaklamento.
30-24 since the All-Star break. I mean, I know they've been streaky. They had a period where they lost, 20 of 21. But they have some talent. They can hit the ball out of the ballpark, and they can make life difficult, as they did really the last two nights. They beat themselves last night, not turning a double play and then not covering first base, or the game wouldn't have gone to extra innings. But it's right there for the taking, and the Red Sox really need to score more runs and make it a little bit easier on the pitching staff. But this is one thing I think, if you look back at 2011, when they collapsed down the stretch, that was because they had no pitching. And in this case, I think they have some strong arms and some reinforcements, in the bullpen, at least in the back end, has been excellent.
Including Bale, who's on the mound today. The Red Sox have announced that Peyton Tolley is going to be in the bullpen from now until the end. Connolly Early is going to make another start on Sunday. They have made it official. Garrett Crochet will pitch Friday in Tampa Bay. And that's where, Mike, it gets very interesting for me anyway, because it's all about getting Crochet to get them across the finish line and get them in the playoffs. But also, the most important thing is that if you get in, have him fresh and available for that opening game of the wild card round. It sure looks like now, even though it'll be 2 starts with 4 days rest, at least the next one, his final one, you would think, in Toronto. But you want him ready to go in that wild card round.
You can do it however you want with him going on Friday against the Rays. You can bring him back later in the season and still have him on schedule to pitch on what would be Tuesday, September 30th, game 1 of a wild card series in a best of 3. So I think they have that flexibility depending on how things shake out. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, Peyton Tolley's probably going to be needed today. Alex Cora said to his pregame, we're going to be short in the bullpen today. I mean, they really went for it yesterday, like we documented. So they're short today. And the other interesting part is I'm really excited to see Kyle Harrison go on Saturday. Yes, there's a lot of talk about Connolly Early and his 2 starts against this A's team, and rightly so. But Harrison's going to start on Saturday. That's why Tolley's in the bullpen. They decided on Harrison. And, Will, we were there in Sacramento, and, yeah, it was in a relief role. It was not even, 4 full innings? But he looked pretty good, and the breaking ball looked improved. I thought there was a lot to like about his outing, maybe as good as he had looked in a while since coming over to the organization.
There's no doubt about it. So the Red Sox, as Joe just said, they do have depth of pitching, and it just further underlines how important it is just to get in, Joe, because if you have Crochet, Bayo, Giolito, maybe even early, but a lot of mixture in the bullpen. We've seen how good Alex Cora can be in the postseason. When you have pitching, you got a chance.
But it's very important to clinch early so that you don't have to go to the final weekend and use your best starting pitchers. I remember in 2005, Red Sox went down to the final day, and they had to start Matt Clement in Game 1, and it didn't go so well. They got swept by the White Sox. So it's very, very important that they can set it up.
By the way, that is a subplot here. We'll get the lineups in just a moment. But I mean, both the Blue Jays and the Tigers are steamships on the way to the postseason, especially the Blue Jays, who can clinch the AL East in a couple of days. I mean, the Red Sox will be there. That's not an easy matchup. But I don't think the Tigers, Skubal pitches today, I don't think they have any real need to push him in that series against the Red Sox. And we'll see how John Schneider and the Blue Jays manage their staff, too. But, I mean, there's a lot that can change in the next week or so. So opponents that look nasty might not be so tough as we get there. But now, with the Red Sox ready to go against the Sacramento Athletics, time now for the starting lineups. And here's Mike.
The Morgan & Morgan starting lineups brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. So let's meet today's players. For the Athletics, managed by Mark Kotze, with a record of 71-81 this season. Lawrence Butler leads off and plays center field. Brent Rooker bats second and DHs. Nick Kurtz is the first baseman in the 3 spot. Left-hand hitting left fielder Tyler Soderstrom is the cleanup hitter. Young all-star shortstop Jacob Wilson bats 5th. Former top 10 overall pick J.J. Bleday roams in right field and bats 6th. Third baseman Darrell Hernandez bats 7th. Zack Geloff out of the University of Virginia bats 8th and plays second base. And Willie McIver does the catching and bats 9th. With J.T. Ginn on the mound for the A's. And as Brian Bayo leads the Red Sox out, J.T. Ginn will face this lineup for Alex Cora and the Red Sox with a record of 83-69. Jaron Durant leads off in left field. He had a great day with the bat last night. Trevor Story did as well. He bats second and plays short. Alex Bregman's at third base batting third. DH Masataka Yoshida's the cleanup hitter. First baseman Nathaniel Lowe bats 5th. Connor Wong does the catching in the 6th spot. In the 7 hole, it's the second baseman David Hamilton. Nate Eaton gets a start in right field and bats 8th. And Cedon Rafaela, who got pinch hit for in the bottom of the 10th inning by Nick Sogard. Cedon plays center and bats 9th. Those are your Morgan & Morgan starting lineups brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. And Brian Bayo goes through his warm-up tosses here for the Red Sox. Bayo this season has been excellent. This will be his 27th start of the season. The 26-year-old has a 3.25 ERA. But his last 3 starts here in the month of September, just solid, not the same sort of dominance that he showed for large stretches in July and August. It was 5 innings, 3 runs against Cleveland. It was 6 innings, 3 runs at Arizona. And then over the weekend against the Yankees on Saturday, it was 4 runs, 3 walks in 5 innings. Bayo's got such a versatile arsenal now from where he was the last few years. He averages 95 or 96 with his fastball. And today's Speed Report is powered by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. Lawrence Butler steps toward the left-hand box in a bright yellow jersey top. Brian Bayo's at the back of the mound ready to go. And for the play-by-play, here's the voice of the Red Sox, Will Fleming, alongside Joe Castiglione. We are pleased to bring you this one.
Yeah, Joe is the eternal voice of the Sox. Great to be with him. Butler in that mustard yellow top in the left-handed batter's box against Bayo, who throws his first pitch, and it is chopped softly on the first base side and foul. And now to play 95 miles an hour. We're underway at 1:37 p.m. It is still a little humid, 73 degrees, cloudy. There was a real fog hanging over downtown Boston earlier today. Time and temp brought to you by Hatfield, better care, better pork. 0-1 to Butler. He is a little bit outside. A changeup from Bayo, and it's 1-1. You know, we talk about this with Crochet. It strikes me that Bayo is now reaching new limits in terms of innings pitched in this season. 1-1, he has been such a bulwark for the Sox. The pitch is a little low. Interesting that this early he goes back-to-back on changeups, and it's 2-1. Last year, for example, Bayo 162 1/3 innings. The year before, in 23, 157 innings. So he, too, I think, is maybe feeling a little fatigue. 2-1 to Butler. The pitch is skied into left field. Duran with the shades on in front of the Mason sign is back, and he has no play. It's off the green. Takes a weird spinning bounce, and Jaron makes the play on the hop, and Butler, a wall ball double to begin things in the top of the first.
I was surprised that ball hit the wall. Looked like a ball to be caught at the edge of the track, but it got up there and kept carrying.
You know, all week long, the ball has died in the outfield, so maybe that's an early indicator. It might be flying a little bit here today.
It does feel more humid here. There isn't really any wind blowing at all. The flag in center field just lies limp.
First time in a long time my weak self has not needed to wear a jacket. Here's Brent Rooker, right-handed hitter. It'll come on soon. The pitch is a little bit high with a cutter. And Bayo is not throwing the sinker as frequently. I know it's only 5 pitches, but still, he's shied away from it early. And it's 1-0 to Rooker. 267, 29 homers, and 85 driven in. The pitch that is outside a cutter, and it's 2-0. This is Bayo for the first time against the Athletics. Mike told you 11-7 with a 3.25 ERA. 10 runs total in his last 16 innings, which for most pitchers is more than good enough. 2-0. Pitch is right there. I think he maybe missed his target there. Long was set up outside, and he had to reach back over the inner half to catch that sinker. But it's a strike, and it's 2-1. It has been so fun to watch the maturation of this right-handed pitcher all year long. This is an enormous start for him. 2-1 is line foul on the first base side. His last one, I felt like, was the most important start of his career against the New York Yankees, and it did not go great. 3 walks, 5 innings, 4 runs scored. Not all of them when he was on the mound, though. Lifted in that 6th. Red sleeves down to his wrists. Sox in the home white unis, 2-2. Here it is, and it is swung on a chopped foul on the third base side, a sweeper, and it stays 2-2.
Alex Cora pointed out pregame that Bayo hasn't had a ton of success against the A's in 3 career starts against them. We remember the one out in Oakland at the time a couple years ago, a day game where Bayo struggled. You look at the overall numbers, 15 earned in 14 1/3 against this club.
2-2 to Rooker, always dangerous, right-handed hitter. Bayo's ready at the letters. He throws, and a fastball misses inside. That day was crazy. Out at the old Coliseum, 3 3-run homers allowed to left-handed hitters, all of them on 4-seam fastballs. Of course, that has been an evolution for him. He uses it more now, Bayo, but not the way he did then. 3-2, big pitch coming. Here it is, and it is drilled high and deep into left field. If it's high enough, it's out of here, and it is. Into the second row of the monster seats, Brent Rooker has 30 home runs, and right away the Athletics lead it 2-0. That was a hanger, and Rooker did not miss it.
A cutter right down the middle that you said it did not do a whole lot. It's a pitch that has really helped Brian Bayo mature and develop this year, but that was right in the happy zone for Brent Rooker to crush his 30th home run of the season.
I'm telling you, I know they have these hitter meetings. They game plan with the best of them. That is an awful pitch to Rooker right there. I mean, it's a cutter that is right in the heart of the plate, and early on, Bayo is not using his main weapon, the sinker. Here's one at 97 miles an hour, and what do you know? It's strike 1 to Nick Kurtz. Again, Mike, they plan, they prepare, they scheme for these hitters, and I'm sure the matchups might say maybe the sinker's not as good against this A's team. The 0-1 is down and in, but I think it's kind of a classic case of what matters more, your weakness or my strength. I think he's not throwing the 2-seamer enough.
Got to pitch to your strengths first and foremost.
He has not done that yet. 1-1 to Kurtz, 32 homers with 80 driven in. Here's the pitch, and it is crushed to right field. It is way back there, Eaton on the run, can't get it. It one-hops the wall and then bounces over Nate's head. He throws to second, and it is extraordinarily loud early against Bayo. Double, homer, double, and the A's are rolling here early at Fenway.
114 miles an hour off the bat of Nick Kurtz, just smoke to the wall in right. It's probably as good as he's looked with the bat here. The Red Sox have got a lot of swing and miss from Kurtz, but not there.
Here's Tyler Soderstrom, who's been very hot, and he fouls it off on the left field side out of play. It's 0-1. I mean, that was 97 from Bayo. But he's getting hammered here early. So unusual. And again, I just don't think maybe mentally he set the tone with his best stuff. Here's a ground ball into left field, a base hit, and that's going to score another run. Soderstrom plays Kurtz. The Boo Birds are out. And sort of a shocking beginning to this one. It is 3-0 A's.
Imagine it'd be a very short leash today for the starting pitcher.
Andrew Bailey is to the mound. The only issue is the Red Sox really went all in with the bullpen last night. They do have Peyton Tolley waiting in the wings. But this has been jarring to begin for Brian Bayo.
Well, this club, second in the league in hitting. I was surprised to see that. 255 overall. They've hit 212 home runs, third most. And they're very, very dangerous.
Especially at the top of the order. I mean, these first four hitters for them are lethal. Boy, have they gotten off to a great start. Now, this is, Mike, one of those moments where we've sung this all year long, because Bayo has shown a maturity, an ability to grind and fight through. This is a real test for him to summon something, because he's very much painted into a corner right here. 3 runs in and a man aboard with no outs for Jacob Wilson. The jittery right-handed hitter is dancing around in the box, and he takes a fastball right there. That's a beautiful sinker, 0-1.
They say this kid's number 2 in the American League at hitting, 8 points behind Aaron Judge for the batting title. Even more impressive to me, toughest to strike out once every approximately 14 plate appearances.
Which is hard to figure given how much he moves in the box, but he does have a great ability to find the barrel. Here's a possible double play ball. Hamilton gloves, steps on second, a total miscommunication with Trevor's Story. And they'll only get the out at second base. Trevor was ready for the feed. I think they double him off if Hamilton flips the ball. Another defensive misplay for David Hamilton. And there's finally one away.
It's a good thing he didn't throw it the last second, because he would have drilled Story.
That was just screwed up from the minute that play started. And that's one. Look, I get it. These two don't play that often together. That just has to be flipped to second. Here's J.J. Bleday, and he takes a strike. Cutter at the top of the zone. Mike, I don't want to harp on this, but over and over again, David Hamilton, the game finds him, and plays are not made. If you're a defensive specialist and a runner first, you got to make the right call. 0-1 is maybe another double play. What a pick by Bregman. Second for one. Over to first, 2. Double play. That is pretty special from Alex Bregman. 5-4-3. Mercy. The inning comes to a close. We go to the bottom of the first. 3-0 A's in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with exclusive deals on the products pros need. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members save $10 on select 5-gallon pails of HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Primer and Valspar Ultra Ceiling Paint. Plus, get it delivered to your job site for free. Don't miss Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. Offer ends 9/26. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowes.com/same-day delivery for details. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowes.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
Deborah had to have surgery.
I had hip surgery in November of 2024.
Her United Healthcare nurse, Crystal, checked on her.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell that she was struggling.
Deborah needed help.
My infection markers were through the roof.
And Crystal knew what to do.
I called the hospital and said she's coming in.
And got Deborah the help she needed.
Crystal and United Healthcare saved my life.
Hear more stories like Deborah's at uhc.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, the Red Sox need a spark here against JT Ginn. They trail 3-0 in the bottom of the first. Jarren Duran just the man for the job. Riding a 4-game hitting streak, 6 for 12. He had 3 hits last night. Looks totally locked in. Ginn with his 4.69 ERA throws, and Duran takes a pitch high. 4-1. I said 5.43, 5.63. Bregman, Story, and Eaton. They needed that one big time. 1-0 to Duran, 262 hitter with 15 homers. The pitch. Jarren skies one down the left field line, slicing foul and out of play. That is always an encouraging sign for him when he's got the opposite field approach, and it's 1-1. What a time this would be for an answer. Red Sox on their heels immediately. 1-1 to Duran. Ginn throws. And Duran, again, liner foul. That was a good swing, but outside the third base bag. And it is 1-2. He's had won 5 straight before the extra innings loss last night. Red Sox need an offensive jolt here today, especially trailing by 3, 1-2. Duran takes a ball down and in. I think that's been a big part of it, Mike. He's been more patient and waiting for his pitch.
Yeah, we've been talking about it, that you can see it with Jarren Duran's takes. He just looks locked in the box, just to the eye test, as unscientific as it is.
This pitcher's been great in September. Ginn, 2-2 to Duran, and a swing and a foul and a slider in 2 starts in September, a .96 ERA. Before that, he'd lost 4 straight. Ginn. He's got a flat-billed green hat. I'm not so sure about this jersey and pant combo for the A's. Historically, they've had some of the best unis in the game. The 2-2 is high, and outside a sinker, 3-2.
Their green used to be much brighter, almost like a Kelly green, and this is more like the Fenway green.
It is, and literally this is like yellow mustard tops. 3-2 to Duran. Ginn is ready. Jarren swings and grounds it softly on the right side. Kurtz has it at first. He'll trot to the bag and make the play. Kurtz and really 3 infielders got the pants at the knees, the striped old school socks for the A's. It's not quite Carney Langsford and McGuire, but they're trying to channel a little bit of that.
I almost put on a forest green pullover I own when leaving the condo today. But then I thought, I'm going to be talking with Alex Cora down in the dugout, and he doesn't miss any of those type choices.
He'd catch it, yeah.
So I didn't think it was the right move. Yeah.
One down. Here is Trevor Story batting second again, and he takes a sinker inside for ball 1. Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer and bad wardrobe choices. 1-0 to Trevor. 3-0 A's. After the top of the first inning, the pitch way inside, almost hit him. Trevor has just had a marvelous season, caught stealing for the first time last night, but 30 for 30 before that. 24 homers and 92 driven in. Bregman on deck in the Herb Chambers batting order. 2-0 to Trevor. Here's the pitch. Story takes one. Sinker right there. He was looking for something else, maybe off speed, and it's 2-1. Herb Chambers, Genesis of Auburn, brings you these 3 Red Sox hitters. Doug Lane here in the booth at Fenway. Joe Braverman back at the flagship WEEI. 2-1 the pitch. Trevor rips one on the ground. That's extra bases inside the third base bag. It rolls off that garage door down the left field line. Trevor, though, kicked it into neutral. Cruising into second base. He has done everything he can to lift this offense. It's a one-out double for Story.
I have so much appreciation for Trevor Story and how reliable he's been this year. And the depths from how far he came back from. I asked Alex Cora, like, what was the low point for you with him this season? He said, we had to pinch hit for him earlier this year. We had to give him a mental break on a Sunday. And to think of where he was in May and where he is now is just remarkable.
Here's Alex Bregman, who hit 2 balls hard last night. They were both outs. The pitch is way inside. And that is ball 1. He's gotten hot at the perfect time. Now, Trevor's been hot for 3 months.
Yeah.
But this is a real surge for him. He's now 8 for his last 13. 1-0 to Bregman. How big would a knock here be? 1-0. The pitch is swung on and grounded into left field. That's a base hit. Story had to hold to make sure that Hernandez couldn't make the play. But Bregman gets a hit. And the Red Sox have him at first and third with 1 down for Yoshida.
Really nice swing from Alex Bregman, who felt like he had some good moments last night. He had that pop out and foul ground to third, and he said even that he felt like he had got the barrel to it. So there were signs that maybe last night you could feel things coming. And, man, he had so many chances last night with runners aboard, and goes without saying what that would mean to this offense to get him in gear.
Here now the suddenly hot Yoshida, who's been swinging earlier in counts. First and third, 1 down. He's 4 for his last 7. Massa, the pitch, is way outside with a slider, and it's 1-0. It seems to me essential to at least get the 1 run in here. I mean, Massa is a high probability double play candidate if he hits the ball on the ground, so you'd really like him to elevate something here. 1-0. The pitch is swung on and fouled. He got a changeup into the mitt of the A's catcher, McIver, and it's 1-1. After 3 runs in against Bayo in the top of the first, Sox trying to punch right back. Only 2 homers for Massa in 162 plate appearances. The 1-1 swing and a miss. He was way off there on a slider. Out on the front foot, it's 1-2. It is certainly a different looking lineup for the Red Sox here today, with Yoshida in the cleanup spot, then Lowe, Wong, and Hamilton. 1-2. Just have to put the ball in play right here. Have to. First and third, they lead, trailing by 3. 1-2. Pitch to Yoshida is outside. He's seen not a fastball yet, and it's 2-2. They're underway in Tampa. The Blue Jays trail the Rays 3-0. Tigers lead the Guardians 1-0 in the bottom of the third. Red Sox magic number is 8. Starting play today. 2-2 to Massa. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on a line foul. I mean, Trevor's moving on contact, period. First and third, he's coming home on anything on the ground. And again, the one thing Yoshida wants to avoid is a hard shot to an infielder here. Two balls, 2 strikes, not full yet at Fenway Park. 2-2. Massa swings and skies one down the right field line. Not all that deep, but Trevor can fly. It's caught out there by Blade. Trevor is coming home. The throw is not in time. Head first slide for Story, who with his foot speed creates the first run of the game on a shallow fly to right.
That was an accurate throw. He needed that great slide. Went to the back of the plate with a hand tag. Well done.
What a luxury his speed can be.
He has made such an impact in so many ways this season. It's not just the bat. His defense has been well documented. And then beyond the stolen bases, Just the overall athleticism and the base running. I mean, he dives toward the catcher side of home plate and extends that left oven mitt to beautifully nab the corner of the plate ahead of the tag from McIver.
Joe will be using an oven mitt later today to make blueberry pie for Jan. 3-1 the score. Runner at second. Bregman also moved up. The pitch to Nathaniel Lowe is called a strike. I'm not so sure about that.
Maine blueberry pie.
Yeah. We had one. Steve Kingston is here. Our great friend from the Clam Shack in Kenny Bunkport. I mean, you cannot have a better lobster roll than we did today. On 1 to Lowe. Had a hit last night. The pitch is low to low, a slider, and it's 1-1.
Not to mention the clam chowder, and he tops it off with a blueberry pie.
Will was texting me saying, get up to the booth. It is currently at the perfect temperature.
It was. 1-1 to Lowe. 3-1 A's in the first. Here's the pitch. Lowe swings and misses. The bat has looked a little slower of late, and it's 1-2.
Steve Kingston's a fantasy camper, a Hall of Famer. He catches every pitch of every game he plays, and fantasy camp champions were here today.
So he catches slow fastballs and he catches lobster. And he cooks it to perfection. 1-2 to Lowe. Here's the pitch, and it is swung and grounded on the left side. Bregman dances in front. Third baseman Hernandez has no throw. He does it anyway over to first. I think that was a poor choice there. Only bad things could happen. Stop me if you've heard this before. An infield hit for Nathaniel Lowe, and the Red Sox have him at first and third. And a pitching coach visit to the mound. We take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Will Fleming, Mike Monaco, and Joe Castiglione were all properly fed today. Lobster rolls, clam chowder, blueberry pie, and Connor Wong is looking to sit down and eat right here. He's got first and third. No Romy Gonzalez, no Rob Refsnyder today, so Red Sox trying to cobble it together a little bit here. Wong, 3 for his last 6, overall 204. At the corners with 2 down. Again, has thrown 23 pitches. Here's one to Wong that's way inside. Fastball 1-0.
This kid was a #1 pick by the Dodgers out of high school in 2018. Didn't sign. He's from Brandon, Mississippi, then went to Mississippi State.
Papelbon country. 1-0 to Wong. The pitch is high with a fastball, and it's 2-0. Bregman at third. Low at first. Not the most speed on the bases. Wong has played more and hit better of late. 2-0. Here's the pitch. It is swung on a miss. He chased one there. I mean, that's a sinker in under the hands in a 2-0 count. He really kind of did Ginn a favor there, and it's 2-1. He's got 3 runs in the top of this first inning. Sox 1 in, looking for more. 2-1 is driven high into left field, but it hangs up. Soderstrom with the shades on, about 15 feet in front of the warning track, is there to make the play, and the inning is over. The Red Sox, thanks to Trevor Story, do get a run back. Bayo's got to settle in when we return for the second. 3-1 A's on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Your home is a reflection of you. Who you choose to do your roofing, siding, windows, and doors matters. For 25 years, Henderson Roofing has served homeowners in Connecticut and Rhode Island. Founded and run by John Henderson himself. They pair quality materials with expert work. Just ask the thousands of homeowners who've given them 5-star reviews. Henderson Roofing, the partner you and your family can trust. Henderson-roofing.com for your free estimate. That's Henderson-roofing.com.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Brian Bayo looking to find himself here as we go to the top of the second inning. Darryl Hernandez, right-handed hitter, 3-1 A's. Bayo gave up 4 loud hits in the first. Sox got 1 back, but left 2 aboard. Bayo, as always, out of the stretch on the first base side of the rubber. Bregman in at third for this right-handed hitter, and a fastball. Good sinker, 96 miles an hour, and it is 0-1. So the Rays lead the Jays 3-0. Tigers 1, Guardians 0 on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. 0-1 pitch is a sweeper that misses outside. Again, Red Sox magic number is 8 over Cleveland, which means any combination of Red Sox wins and Guardians losses that equal 8, Sox are in. 1-1. To Hernandez, the pitch. Hard ground ball on a hop to third. Bregman's been awesome defensively. He gloves and throws to first. In time, 1 away.
Another really nice pick. And yeah, Tigers up 1-0 on the Guardians right now through 3 innings. Tarek Skubal on the mound. It would seem that everything seems pretty stable for him after he left his last start last Friday.
Joe Braverman just tried to whisper sweet little nothings into my ear. Did not catch that. What? 1 down. Base is empty for Zack Geloff. Here's a pitch inside. He said, the Baldwin Group.
That one's on me. He wants us to talk about the defense.
Lowe is at first. Hamilton at second. Story at short with Alex Bregman at third. It is on you, Mike. I'm glad you owned up to it. 1-0 from Bayo to Geloff. The pitch. Line to second. Hamilton races back. Gloves on a hop. Throws to first in time. Nice defense there. And they're 2 down. The Baldwin Group, Insurance, Employee Benefits, and Wealth Management. If you can dream it, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible. I'm getting harder of hearing in my older age, so I just couldn't quite catch what Joe was saying. Baldwin Group.
Your eyes, though, are not slacking at all. You knew Trevor Story was safe immediately.
Yeah. Here's Willie McIver, who takes a strike on the inside corner, 0-1.
Your eyes are like a slow-mo camera. They slow down bang-bang plays.
I will tell you this. It's gotten a little frustrating lately as I've turned 45. 0-1. Swung on and missed. I've had like 20/10 vision my whole life. And I can now notice when it's a little dark, a little later. I got to turn the lights on, and it's not as easy anymore, which means the train is coming down the tracks. I'm not happy about it.
Senior citizen Will Fleming, folks.
At least I don't have the CPAP machine just yet. 0-2 to McIver. 3-1 A's in the second. Pitch is just outside with a sweeper. And it's 1-2. You know, sometimes umpires will cross you up on that when you see it, that a runner is safe, like Story. But it just usually takes a challenge to get it right. He is so easy to see, Story. He slides so beautifully as a 1-2 sweeper is fouled off on the third base side. We've seen it already in this game, Mike, where the way in which you slide is so critical. And I think last night Eaton did a great job of that, sliding to the right of the catcher. Story did that to score his run. He also did it to steal the bag. The 1-2, strike 3 called. Fastball on the inside corner. And the inning is over. Well, Bayo needed that, and so did the Red Sox. To the bottom of the second we go. 3-1 A's lead. But for the Red Sox, have some thunder coming up. Hamilton, Eaton, and Saydon in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Bottom of the second we go. David Hamilton to lead it off against the A's pitcher, JT Ginn. Hamilton has dipped below 200, 199 with 4 homers. Pitch to him. Swinging a shot into the gap in right center field. That thing is crushed. That is way back, and it is gone. David Hamilton into the Red Sox bullpen. A lightning bolt, and it's 3-2. By the way, Nessa just had a shot of some fans in revolutionary Hamiltonian gear. We got a little David Hamilton fans section, and they're elated after that big fly. He's in the room where it happens.
The Federalist.
He's not going to miss his shot here. Here's Nate Eaton. I should say throw away his shot. Pitch to Nate. Scored the winning run last night. Is a little bit outside, but called a strike. And its own one. You've both seen Hamilton, haven't you?
Oh, yes.
Outstanding.
In the room where it happened.
Aaron Burr, sir. 0-1 to Nate. Pitch is fouled off. Sinker. Got him on the left foot. And it's 0-2.
I mean, I know David Hamilton, you mentioned some of the numbers this year. It was a 92-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle, and he just jumped on it. It was grooved by JT Ginn, and that's huge from David Hamilton.
Some of his tantalizing potential. 0-2. To Nate Eaton, 288. He's been really good with a homer and 3 driven in. The pitch is fouled off.
Oh, I'd like to send along birthday greetings tomorrow to my godson, Charlie Fleming, turning 4. And you baked him a cake before you go on the road.
Isn't that amazing? Strawberry cake with buttercream icing, and he wanted it to look like a baseball. So Dad, who's the worst artist in the world, had a little red icing going down the seams. It doesn't look good. I think it'll taste pretty good. 4 years old. Isn't that crazy, Joe?
It really is. We had the baptism during COVID, so it was remote.
You were on the phone, his godfather, Father Ed Sousa at St. Sebastian's down in Providence. 0-2 to Eaton. Pitch is outside.
And Charlie had some pretty good fortune yesterday with the baseball cards, isn't that right?
Yes, he did. So he loves these. They're called teeny mates, little dudes. So you like little figurines, and they're all searching for the Shohei Ohtani glow-in-the-dark character. 1-2, the pitch is a soft ground ball that's going to be an infield hit. It's past the pitcher. That means a knock for Eaton. Swinging bunt. And the Red Sox in business, tying run aboard in Eaton. I mean, I vividly remember this as a kid. opening up packs of baseball cards, and they still do that, but now it's like little figurines and other things. And they entice you by saying, 1 in every 250 packs is a glow-in-the-dark Shohei Ohtani. So I said to Charlie yesterday, all right, it's Dad's last full day. We will go to the toy store. You can get 2 packs of these things. Here now, Cedon, who was pinch hit for last night. He bunts it, foul straight back. That's eye-opening. Not a good-looking bunt, but it's 0-1. I said, you can get 2, but just to tell you, buddy, we're probably not going to get Ohtani, the glow-in-the-dark figurine. Anyway, I hand him the first package, and he opens it up, and he says, Dad, I just got Ohtani. Oh. I said, no, you didn't, because, at that age, he might as well be C.J. Abrams. Pull it out. 0-1. Throw to first, and Eaton dances back. Sure enough, he pulls it out, and here it is, the glow-in-the-dark Ohtani. And I was so happy for him because, as you know, Joe, and you do too, Mike, that kid has been like one of the great blessings of my whole life. 0-1 to Cedon. Nate looks like he might run here. Not going. The pitch is up and in, a fastball, and it's 1-1. He does not lack personality, Charlie. He will tell you what he's feeling.
And he and his brother are both very good athletes.
I think Charlie's going to drive his older brother crazy by how easily it comes to him. 1-1 to Cedon. Eaton leading at first. The pitch is swung on and missed. That's been the issue. Slider, and it's 1-2.
Speaking of birthday wishes.
Yeah, Cedon.
25 for Cedon.
Well, and he is by far Charlie's favorite player. Not even close. He's got a star on his right cheek. That must be for his little ones. 1-2. To the birthday boy, the pitch. Swinging a pop-up foul of third, and it will make the seats. He does have like a little sticker right on his right cheekbone, Rafaela does. You feel for him because it's been such a slog offensively. He's a dynamic player. He plays with such joy. And he is just totally fighting it right now. I sort of expect Eaton to think about it right here. With Duran on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3-2. Hamilton is homered. It's a 1-run game. Here's the pitch. Cedon swings and fouls it back. And it's 1-2. A lot of Red Sox players have had memorable days at the plate, Joe, on their birthdays, including Nomar. I think he had a 3-homer game on his birthday, didn't he?
Against Toronto, I believe.
Cedon a call for time. The ceiling for this young man is almost limitless if he could just swing at the right pitches. 1-2. Eaton leading away at first. A little larger now. Not going. The pitch is swung on and popped behind first base. Foul. Long run for Kurtz, and he's there to make the play. And Cedon on his birthday is out number 1. Holy guacamole, Haas avocados are on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Yep, Haas avocados from Mexico, 77 cents each when you use the digital coupon, limit 6. I think in a lot of ways, Nick Kurtz is everything the Red Sox hope that Tristan Casas will be. A very similar body type. Huge power from the left side. Here is Duran. Grounded out his first time. The pitch. Jaron pops it up. Shallow center field. Butler battling the sun with a green glove. He's in to make the play. And on 1 pitch, Duran is out number 2. By the way, Hamilton, who homered, was the 7th batter, brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. You've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman all 7s after 617. Well, I said it before. I will repeat it. I mean, maybe again is super fast to the plate, but I'm surprised that Eaton has not taken off yet. Here's Trevor Story, who doubled his first time. The pitch, swing and a miss, fooled badly on a slider there. Joe, can you remember a player in your time who seemed so close to maybe the end as Story was in the month of May, and now he is an indispensable part and looking like his younger self? 0-1 to Trevor. Eaton does run. The pitch is inside, throw to second, not in time. Head first slide, and there it is. Eaton does slide in safely. Pitch was a ball to Trevor. and the tying run is in scoring position.
Well, very seldom happens, but in Trevor's case, he missed much of 3 years.
Yeah.
So it took a while to get readjusted, and he's still a relatively young man.
Flukish injuries to him, and I think people said he was injury prone. They were all so weird. Hit by a pitch, diving for a ball in Anaheim. Hit here would tie the game. A big one would put the Red Sox ahead. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Trevor swings and pops it foul on the first base side. He's so hitterish right now, Mike. Everything is totally in balance.
And with 2 strikes, and with 2 outs, and with a runner in scoring position, Alex Cora was saying this through his pregame that Trevor's been kind of channeling what he saw firsthand from Nolan Arenado in Colorado. In spots like these, just go the other way. You talked about it last night. We'll just use right field. And Trevor's done so much of that the last few months.
Good guy to emulate. I mean, he was close to Tulowitzki and Arenado. And here it is, 1-2. 3-2 A's. Good answer by the offense. Love one more big blow here. Tie the game or more. 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball, good one, in on the hands, and the inning is over. However, Hamilton goes deep, a solo shot. And after 2, 3-2 A's on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances and save an additional $1,000 when you buy 4 select LG major appliances. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5 amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt 20-volt max tool. Get the job done for less at Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 9/26. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist, to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
To the top of the third we go. Lawrence Butler to lead it off against Bryant Bay of the Red Sox. Within a run, it's 3-2. The first pitch to Butler is swung on a miss. Good cut fastball. And it's on one. This is becoming a little bit of a habit. I tend to steal pitches from Mike every single time. But here he is. Here's Mike Monaco.
To which you are very entitled. Bayo settled in the second, and his second pitch of the third is swung on in line towards short. Ooh. And Trevor Story goes down to gobble on a short hop with his backhand and throws out Butler on a bullet. But Story converts that into out number 1 here in the third.
Joe never did that for me, though. He would always get it to me right in time.
We didn't have as many commercials in those days.
And the pitch clock only recent in between innings as well, speeding the game along.
That's the big factor.
Red Sox down 3-2, third inning. And Butler's out number 1. And here's Brent Rooker, who popped a 2-run home run to the Monster his first time. First pitch is a fastball pumped in for a strike. On the video board, they just flashed that today is the anniversary of one of 2 20 strikeout performances for Roger Clemens. This one, the anniversary from 1996. Bayo's 0-1. Swinging a roller foul up the third base line.
Joe did them both?
I did. It was a weekday night in Detroit. Red Sox were barely hanging on to an outside shot at a wild card. They were really not competitive in that regard. The Tigers were out of it. The Tigers had a lot of strikeout guys. They had Travis Fryman and Pete Incaviglia, and it was set up for Roger well.
0-2's in the dirt.
But it sort of changed things because he was having a tough year. He had that second 20 strikeout game, and then the price went up, and Toronto took him when it was obvious at the time the Red Sox did not make a great offer.
1 out, base is empty. The 1-2. Rooker takes strike 3 call. The fastball down the heart of the plate at 97. Second strikeout for Bayo. He's got 18 more to go. And there's 2 down.
I think they regret that decision, don't you, Joe?
Definitely. Bill Hasselman caught that game. Rich Kidman, of course, caught the first game. First 20K game.
Which was 10 years earlier, amazingly enough. Here's Nick Kurtz, doubled his first time to right. First pitch is up and away, ball 1. Getty can still tell you exactly how many pitches Roger Clemens threw in that one in 1986. 138 to punch out 20. The 1-0. That's outside. 2-0.
I remember that night. There weren't even foul balls. Usually Roger threw so hard there were a lot of foul balls. They weren't touching it early on, the Seattle Mariners. It was very similar in Detroit 10 years later.
86 and 96. 220 strikeout gems. 2-0. Bayo misses down. 3-0 on Kurtz with the Red Sox down 3-2 in the third.
I mean, it's so funny. I mean, I talked about opening packs of baseball cards. You look at the box score from that night, it is just like going in a time machine. And names like Alan Trammell, Ruben Sierra, Tony Clark, Travis Fryman, Phil Nevin, Brad Ausmus.
3-0 misses down with a fastball and in, and it's a 4-pitch walk to put Nick Kurtz on with 2 outs and break up 6 in a row set down by Bayo.
Bayo's not done much of that this year. I mean, I think Kurtz kind of spooked him with how hard he hit the ball last time. He looked like he wanted nothing to do with him right there.
Fryman was the last out.
Was a strikeout the last one?
The last out in the first 20K game was a grounded to short by Ken Phelps.
Tyler Soderstrom takes ball 1. That misses down with a cutter.
We looked at it the other night. He struck out the side in the first, then 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth. He had 9 through 4 innings.
And Don Baylor dropped the pop foul, or he would have had 19 strikeouts because it gave him a chance to throw another strike to Gorman Thomas and fan him.
Sun shining through at Fenway with 2 outs and a man aboard. The 1-0. That misses as well. A cutter beneath the zone. 2-0 from Bayo.
I remember talking to so many about the influence that Don Baylor had on that team, like an immediate captain and leader.
He did. He really took charge. Great guy. We really enjoyed being with Donnie.
2-0 is a strike with a fastball pinned to the inside corner at 95.
As I've been told, he was not afraid to tell a young Jim Rice, hey, Jim, when the bench is empty and we go fight, you're coming with us, buddy. What a great presence.
Bayo sets chest high. 2-1 to Soderstrom. Back foot, and that misses with another cutter, 3-1.
Don't you think Baylor and Henderson were sort of similar in that way, Joe?
Yeah, Hendu had the lighter touch. I mean, he was a guy who smiled and joked a lot. Baylor was very strong, very stoic and serious, but both were good leaders.
3-1 misses down with a fastball, and Bayo turns his head and looks out to center field with frustration. Back-to-back 2-out walks, and there's 2 on for the A's, who lead the Red Sox 3-2 in the third.
And it was so sad we lost both Don Baylor and Dave Henderson at far too young an age.
Andrew Bailey will stroll out of the first base Red Sox dugout and visit with Brian Bayo. These are the moments where Bayo has matured and improved so much this year and not letting things snowball. Couple walks here, his first 2 walks of the ball game. Gave up hard contact early on, but trying to stabilize here.
I remember maybe in May of that 86 season, Baylor had been acquired from the Yankees for Mike Easler. He had a big double at Yankee Stadium to beat them, and did he ever love it? He knew Steinbrenner was watching. He really enjoyed that and did not try to hide it at all.
I think that and so many other instances, Joe. I mean, I know the boss is not around, but such a weird mix in the wild card. I'm full on rooting for a Red Sox Yankees wild card series.
Batter is Jacob Wilson in the first pitch. This is down ball 1. Could be tracking toward that. Yankees tonight are at the Orioles. Yankees 2 games up on the Red Sox in the wild card. So 2 on here with 2 outs in the third. Bayo's 1-0. And this is down 2-0. The third inning is brought to you by Citgo. Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Murky waters here for Brian Bayo against the all-star shortstop Jacob Wilson. 2-0. Fastball yanked down and away. 3-0 with a sinker.
Not good.
J.J. Bleday, the left-hand hitting right fielder's on deck.
I don't rule out at all the possibility he's got the green light right here.
Very good contact hitter in Wilson. Bayo's 3-0. Is a fastball for a strike, top of the zone. Red Sox down 3-2, top 3 on now a sun-splashed afternoon here at Fenway Park. Bayo with the bright white uniform comes set. His 3-1. Swinging a ground ball, weakly hit left side. Bregman steps in front of Story. Story picks it up. The throw goes wide of first. Kurtz comes in all the way from second and scores. And now Jacob Wilson down the first base line is hunched over. Might have got some contact from Nathaniel Lowe, who is reaching out to grab that errant throw from Trevor Story.
Well, it's the second time in a couple days where a ball in between miscommunication, Story and Bregman. In the end, I think it's better to not even throw that ball, given the sort of the crossing of wires. I think it might be like a shoulder or a oblique for Wilson, who went head first diving into the bag. I think he really landed awkwardly sliding into first.
Bregman had a long way to go. Story picked it up. He threw on the run, and then Wilson might have been just ducking to get out of the way of the throw and get out of the way of Nathaniel Lowe, and he comes up in pain at first base.
Should be a hit. I think it is, but no RBI because the runner would not have scored. Yeah, I think trying to hang on to that bag, Mike, with the left side. I think his left shoulder or rib cage or something got popped.
It came down pretty hard on his right side as well. But he was good to stay in. Mark Kotze and the training staff jog off in unison toward the A's third base dugout. And, yeah, a ball that perhaps could have been pocketed. Scored an infield single and then a throwing error from Trevor Story. Kurtz able to score because of the error. And now the Red Sox trail 4-2.
Those walks came back to haunt.
Yeah.
2 of them with 2 outs. Now they're at the corners for J.J. Bleday. First pitch. Bleday takes up and away ball 1, and the command is not there right now for Brian Bayo.
Well, this is the guy who launched 2 homers against him a couple of years ago out at the Coliseum. And this is like a throwback to that time. There's something about this uniform that does not suit Bayo.
Here's his 1-0. Bleday takes a fastball for a strike.
Even that's borderline. I mean, it's nibble fest right now for Bayo.
Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox, providing first aid at Fenway and supporting Red Sox scholars. Learn more at bidmc.org. Bayo trying to limit the damage here. 1-1. He is a strike with a cutter on the back door, and it's 1-2 to Bleday. 20 pitches in the first, 10 in the second for Brian Bayo, and then he got 2 quick outs. A ground out to short and a strikeout of Rooker to begin this third. But he's about to throw his 24th pitch of the inning to the left-hand hitting Bleday. A 1-2 on the way. Swinging a ground ball hooked foul outside of first. Well, and the other part of this is, you need length out of Brian Bayo today, one way or another. The only guys in the Red Sox bullpen who did not pitch yesterday are Peyton Tolley, who's new to relieving, and Greg Weissert. Used a ton this year. 1-2. Swinging a foul behind home plate. Still 1-2 on Bleday.
And he's up to 60 pitches already.
And almost no swing and miss, which is not his calling card, but I just don't think the stuff looks nearly as sharp today.
Heavy workload this year, 157 and 2/3 innings coming in for Brian Bayo. About 5 off from his career high last year. 2 on, the 1-2. Up and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes as a changeup miss. Boy, we haven't seen a lot of changeups, huh?
No, we haven't. And in fact, that is only the 5th he's thrown, Mike. And only so far, 56 pitches, 2 swings and miss. That's it.
Runners at the corners. Bayo's 2-2. Swinging a high pop-up in the air to left. Duran's going to battle the sun. He comes in, shades on. He makes a 2-hand catch, and the inning's over. But the walks do indeed come back to hurt the Red Sox, and the A's add a run. Sox trail 4-2 in the middle of the 3rd at Fenway on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances and save an additional $1,000 when you buy 4 select LG major appliances. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5 amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt 20-volt max tool. Get the job done for less at Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 9/26. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The Red Sox trail by 2, 4-2 as we start the bottom of the 3rd, and Alex Bregman leads off against JT Ginn, who misses high with ball 1.
Mike, I was talking about avocados on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. By the way, you can use the digital coupon if you're short on time. Order pickup or delivery. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
1-0 fastball zooms in for a strike to Alex Bregman.
Sort of like giving mass when the Pope is in the booth, but I mean, I will do a Shaw's read even with Joe sitting to my right.
Hey, I had the cod yesterday. $7.27 a pound. Was amazing.
Come on.
The 1-1. Bregman takes down 2-1.
That means you bought it and Jan cooked it.
No, I actually did.
What?
Yeah, just crunch some Ritz crackers on top, a little oil and garlic.
Love it.
That is
half an hour.
That is the best topping on fish. 2-1. Bregman swings and misses out ahead of the slider from Ginn. 2-2. So it's Bregman, Yoshida, and Lowe in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers, Ford of Braintree, and Ford of Westboro.
I know you did swordfish. I didn't know you had cod, too. Whitefish, huh?
Yeah, it's not hard to do. But it was so good.
2-2. Bregman takes a fastball just down. Ginn thought it was strike 3, started strolling off the mound, but instead the count's full.
I thought it was low.
Bregman singled his first time, trying to get back in gear offensively. 3-2. Bregman takes high, ball 4, and the Red Sox have the leadoff man aboard to begin the bottom of the 3rd inning. Well, big win for the Red Sox last night, and it's time for the New England Chevy dealers question of the day. Together we drive. Today's question at Sox Booth on Twitter. What was Alex Cora's best decision from last night's win? Your options are stretching out Whitlock, going to him in the 7th, bringing in Chris Murphy for Zack Kelly in the 10th, or pinch hitting Nick Sogard. Here's Massa, and the first pitch is in for strike 1.
I would argue almost the decision to take Giolito out would be his best call, because it's unconventional, but it is go time. I thought that took some real guts.
Yeah, went to Wilson in the 5th inning after a 5th walk from Lucas Giolito. 0-1. Massa swings and he hooks it on the ground, foul outside of first. Lucas, in his ever honest and direct and transparent way after the game, said that he was, quote, trash with his pitching performance last night.
He is outspoken and honest. I don't think it was trash.
I thought he battled. Maybe he didn't have his best stuff, but he grinded. Gins 0-2. Yoshida takes outside. Red Sox down 4-2 in the last of the third. So again, as always, you can submit your vote at Sox Booth, and we'll check back in the seventh inning. Massa had a sac fly to right his first time that scored Trevor Story. 1-2 is inside with a fastball that backs up Massa. 2-2.
Starting to feel like fall in a lot of different ways, including the shadows, which are now right around home plate. Hitters tell you that until they get about halfway to the mound, it's not that big a deal.
Right now they have crept just in front of home plate, right at the edge in the front of the batter's boxes. A spin and a throw to first, and Bregman dives back to the base. It's turned into a beautiful day here at Fenway. Will told you it was foggy earlier, some rain this morning here in the area. But a gorgeous day for baseball. 2-2 is swung on and chopped right in front of home plate. Ginn springs to it. He barehands. He throws to first in time to retire Yoshida for out number one, with Bregman up to second.
Well, Mike, there's so little clarity around what's going on with Wilyer Abreu. I think, it just seems more and more delayed. He keeps running around, hitting, doing defensive drills with that monitor around his chest. And they won't out and out say there was a setback. It feels like there was to me.
He is not going to fly with the team today. First pitch is fouled off first base side by Nathaniel Lowe.
Right, well, that's all you need to know. I mean, something is going on with him, and I like we've seen it a lot of times. I think now you'd be lucky to see him again in the regular season.
Alex Cora said Wilyer will work out here in Boston tomorrow, and then if everything goes well, he would fly to Tampa. 0-1 to Lowe is down, a ball and a strike from JT Ginn.
But how many times have we heard that? If everything goes well, that's been 2 weeks. He's got to get to 90%. He's doing this, he's doing that. I'm not that optimistic about it.
And most recently, the thought was that he'd be good to go at some point during this current series. Bregman at second, 1-1. Lowe takes a strike on the back door with a slider, 1-2.
Well, they miss him, and now it's kind of a dual concern, because the longer it goes, the longer he's out. I mean, you can't just come right back into a playoff race and expect to be productive.
Plus, the AAA season's ending this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Ginn comes set, and is 1-2. Lowe swings, and he skies this one to right field and shallow. J.J. Bleday creeps in. He calls for it from the second baseman and makes a one-hand catch. And there's two down for the Red Sox, down 4-2 in the third.
Sounds crazy. That was kind of encouraging to me. That was a little bit more on time for Lowe. He just missed that pop-up to right. You talk about the lack of the minor league season. That's a factor with Roman Anthony, too. Now, we got these traject machines, and it gets easier as a hitter to kind of get up to speed. But to me, that's another thing. If you're talking about hoping he can be back at the end of a divisional series or the LCS, I mean, not seeing live pitching is hard.
It's been a month for Wilyer. Here's Connor Wong, and the first pitch is cut on and missed. Very good slider, 0-1.
I will be at Worcester on Saturday, a book event. It'd be fun to see the Rochester Red Wings and their hitting coach, Brian Daubach.
You wrote another book?
No, 2 was enough. They're worth about $1 an hour.
Oh, what a wave and a miss. 0-2 on Wong. It's been a good season in Worcester. So many guys have come up from there and contributed. Chad Tracy, the manager's done great job again with the Woo Sox. Our friend Bill Wanless keeping us abreast of everything going on with Worcester.
Love Bill.
Red Sox down 4-2 in the third. Ginn's 0-2. Wong takes high.
Do we think Bill still has the stat box? Like that he prints every single individual sheet of statistics and carries it up in like a plastic safe?
He texted us, I forget if it was this season or last season, that they do still have it in circulation.
They
and
should.
I sure hope so. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Wong fans over a slider down, and the Red Sox leave Bregman at second after the leadoff walk. Through three at Fenway, A's 4, Red Sox 2 on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you, the gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
The feeling of just showered freshness can't be beat. With Downy Intense, bursts of just showered freshness can accompany you throughout the day. Really? Yep. Downy Intense's touch-activated technology releases bursts of clean, fresh aromas, so you can enjoy the feeling of just showered freshness. New Downy Intense. An incredible freshness experience awaits.
Hey, hello. Listen to my voice talking to you about the new Old Spice NFL collection at Walmart. Now listen to my smell. I smell like NFL stars Jared Goff, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, CJ Stroud, and George Kittle. I smell like greatness. Why? Because I'm wearing Old Spice's new NFL collection. How can you put the greatness of the NFL into a smell, you ask? You can't. But Old Spice can, and they did. Smell like Suntal and Speed, Driftwood and Drive, Sea Tides and Toughness with the Old Spice NFL collection available at Walmart. Smell like the greatest smell in the NFL with Old Spice.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Fourth inning on the way at Fenway, and the fourth inning is brought to you by Cars for Kids, the easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com. First pitch is grounded to short off the bat of Daryl Hernandez, and Trevor Story picks it up and throws out Hernandez at first. And on one pitch, one out for Brian Bayo with the Red Sox down 4-2.
He is so fun to watch play defense. I mean, glove low, head still, perfect timing, like any great shortstop. What a marvelous defensive year he's had.
Throws on the run so beautifully as well. He takes those extra steps, but gets organized and executes. Here's Zack Geloff, righty on righty, first pitch. And a breaking ball's in for strike one.
Joe, who's the best defensive shortstop in a Red Sox uniform you ever watched?
Well, we've had some really good ones. You know, one guy that stood out people don't remember here one year, Alex Gonzalez.
Oh, one's down.
And Nomar was very good early.
I know Joe Morgan loved Jody Reed.
Jody played second and short, but he was very good. Glenn Hoffman was very steady.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 on a sinker in.
Isn't it fair to say that Cabrera changed everything in that 04 year, defensively solidifying shortstop?
And he brought a lot of energy and smiles to the game. Orlando still lives in New England and New Hampshire.
The 1-2. Breaking ball outside. 2-2 on Geloff.
You've always talked about that, Joe. Plays the game with a smile. Why have you felt like that's so important?
Well, it's a long season. And when you have that joy for the game, I think you just have a better attitude toward everything.
2-2, cut on and missed. A good fastball away from Brian Bayo to pick up his third strikeout. And there's two gone here in the fourth.
And I think it helps you under pressure. Look at David Ortiz.
Yes.
The ultimate case.
Red Sox down 4-2 here in the fourth in this rubber game. We just had the 110th pitch brought to you by 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. 110 Grill is proud to be an official partner of the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. First pitch called to strike to Willie McIver, the catcher, in the right-hand box, who punched out looking his first time.
Another guy magical with the glove was Jackie Gutierrez in the mid-'80s, Colombia.
0-1 is down. It's not shortstop, but I heard Alex Cora get asked this morning an interesting question. How would he compare, say, Don and Jackie Bradley Jr. as defensive center fielders? Base is empty here. 2 outs and the 1-1. Swinging a roller foul right at home plate.
He'd put one in right field.
He did pause and he said, ooh, I got to think about that. I don't want to upset anyone.
It's hard for me. I mean, I think Ozzie Smith, the best I've ever watched, along with Omar Vizquel. People talk about Louis Aparicio, Belanger. I mean, Jim Palmer says Belanger was the best he ever saw.
More conventional probably than Ozzie.
Yes.
So acrobatic.
The Wizard.
Brian Bayo trying to cruise through the 4th. 2 outs, no one on, and his 1-2 up and in. Nearly hit the right hand hitting McIver. 2-2.
The play he made in San Diego, which is his best play ever, where he's diving behind the bag and it hits a rock and he kind of reaches behind him with a bare hand, still is able to make the throw to first. It's maybe the best play a shortstop has ever made.
Bayo's 2-2. Swinging a foul right off at home plate.
And he didn't really have a great arm, neither did Vizquel for that matter, but they didn't need them because
timing.
They had that clock.
That was the most fun part about Vizquel to me, is every single runner, whether it was the fastest or slowest guy, the ball was in the glove half a step ahead.
I'll never forget how he barehanded the last out of Chris Bosio's no-hitter against the Red Sox, but he didn't have to.
2-2 is a fastball that just misses down. Full count.
Ernest Rouse, the batting ground one just to the left of the shortstop, and instead of conventionally grabbing it, throwing to first, he grabbed it with a bare hand. Got the no-hitter.
He knew he could.
If you can do it, why not do it in style?
That's one that's a do or die, right, Joe? And it's not that it's a perfect game, but if he bobbles it with a bare hand, maybe the scorer says, you know what? Maybe that was a hit.
Bayo about to throw his 70th pitch, and the Red Sox do have Chris Murphy up in the bullpen. Here comes the 3-2. Swinging a roller to third. Bregman comes in. He gloves, not bare hands this one, and he throws out McIver. And the inning's over 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Red Sox trail the A's 4-2 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Hey, hello. Listen to my voice talking to you about the new Old Spice NFL collection at Walmart. Now listen to my smell. I smell like NFL stars Jared Goff, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, CJ Stroud, and George Kittle. I smell like greatness. Why? Because I'm wearing Old Spice's new NFL collection. How can you put the greatness of the NFL into a smell, you ask? You can't. But Old Spice can. And they did. Smell like Suntal and Speed, Driftwood and Drive, Sea Ties and Toughness with the Old Spice NFL collection available at Walmart. Smell like the greatest smell in the NFL with Old Spice.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Red Sox down 4-2 to the A's as we start the bottom of the 4th, and Hamilton, Eaton, and Rafaela coming up in the Herb Chambers batting order against J.T. Ginn. David Hamilton popped a solo home run to the Red Sox bullpen in right. His first time. Settles into the left-hand box. First pitch, he bunts it foul up the third base line, but I like the idea of a drag bunt there.
I thought he might think about it. You know, the thing about David is, again, he shows it late. It's way foul. it does not have to be a good bunt for him. Almost anything past the pitcher is going to be a hit.
Can flat out fly. You got the third baseman Hernandez in on the grass, second baseman Geloff way back, and Kurtz at first as well. The 0-1. Hamilton takes outside, a ball and a strike. We'll get to the Subaru of New England scoreboard as well. The Subaru of New England all-wheel drive-away event is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Yankees are in action tonight in Baltimore. The 1-1's cut on and missed. You've got the Guardians and Tigers tied at 1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rays up 3-0 on the Blue Jays in the top of the 6th.
Skubal has struck out 9 in 6 innings.
So I guess he's okay. Not much concern about, what was it, the left side tightness for him last Friday? The 1-2. Hamilton takes down 2-2. Rangers are off today. They're 4.5 back in the wild card.
I think the Astros have kind of ended their hopes. I think it's 5 for 3 spots in the wild card, and probably 4 of them make it because of the West Division in the American League.
Mariners are up 1-0 on the Royals in the 3rd. 2-2s outside, full count.
There were 2 guys, Alex Gonzalez. One made the big error for the Cubs when they blew that lead after the Bartman ball in 03. But the one the Red Sox had, Alex Gonzalez, played here in 06 as a regular shortstop and came back briefly in 2009.
3-2. Hamilton swings and grounds it sharply to first. Nick Kurtz gloves. He wins the foot race to the bag, and there's one away to begin the bottom of the 4th.
That Alex Gonzalez didn't hit a lot, but he did it a walk-off home run against the Yankees in the World Series in 03.
And a great glove, as you said. That 4th inning bell is brought to you by Boston's premier retirement planning specialists and the team at Hackman Wealth Partners with 4, count them up, 4 offices around Boston.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you. So 1 down, base is empty, and here comes Nate Eaton. Scored the winning run last night. The first pitch is a breaking ball in for strike 1.
Bill Wanless has checked in. And we got a picture of the stat box that is still very much alive and well. I got one thing to say about that.
0-1, misses inside.
So it's like your parents in a way. You could hand me a piece of paper, like a lineup, and I would know immediately Bill Wanless's left-handed handwriting.
Oh, yes. The 1-1. Eaton swings and he chops it to short. Wilson has to get rid of it quickly, and he does in time to get the speedy Eaton 2 down.
And he's got these file folders, lineups, Woo Sox game notes, visiting notes, Woo Sox roster, stat packs. I mean, if they hadn't changed their team name, I bet you these tabs and folders are like 35 years old.
As someone who carried up that accordion-style organized box for 3 straight years, I can tell you that is the same exact box, I think.
It's got a Paw Sox sort of like wristband in it, too, which is great.
2 outs, base is empty for Cedon, and the first pitch breaking ball lands for a strike, 0-1.
And by the way, I know Joe's going to go there, and Polar Park is awesome. I got to get there. It's been great for Worcester. I hate driving past McCoy Stadium. That's coming down as we speak.
The 0-1 in the dirt, a ball and a strike.
I mean, I'm partial. I'm biased. I live in Rhode Island. I worked there, but I understand it, but something about it will never sit right with me, that ballpark is not in the Ocean State.
We had a nice little send-off there in the winter right before it came down. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Red Sox down 4-2 to the A's here in the bottom of the 4th. After a rousing walk-off win last night. Cedon looks like he's got a little sort of sticker. You said it on the right cheek as he celebrates his 25th birthday.
100% for one of the kids, guaranteed.
1-2 is just off the edge away. 2-2.
I love watching him with his little child. I mean, it brings out the best in all of us. But speaking of somebody who does play with a smile, he is very much that.
2-2. Cedon fouls it off. You know, we were talking about shortstops and great defensive shortstops. Mentioned the Cedon versus Jackie discussion. Alex Cora made an interesting point that whereas Jackie would very often dive, Cedon, never dives in center.
It's because he's faster.
And Alex Cora admitted that as well.
Jackie had the great arm to go with
yes, he did.
Skills.
2-2 again. Cedon swings and he fouls it off right at home plate, and that got the catcher, Willie McIver, who's hunched over.
Well, Cedon did it at the All-Star break, but Jackie would do it all the time, where for 5-6 weeks, he'd be the best hitter in the American League. I mean, he could carry your offense and win you a lot of games. And I think that is a really potent combination. If you're going to be a fabulous defender, it doesn't matter that you hit 300, but if you can go in spurts like that, but it has been a long time since Cedon has done that.
Alex Cora said pregame, let's face it, I mean, he is struggling and going through it right now.
Yeah.
Felt bad they had to pinch hit for him last night, but you got to do what you got to do to win a game. And the Red Sox did with Sogard hitting for Rafaela. 2-2 again. Cedon swings and misses and strikes out on a slider away, and the Red Sox go down 1-2-3 to finish the fourth. Looks like Peyton Toley's coming on for Brian Bayo when we come back as we go to the fifth inning. A's 4, Red Sox 2 on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Regresaron los Pro Días de Ahorros en Lowe's para ahorrar en grande. Miembros de My Lowe's Pro Rewards ahorran $10 en cubetas selectas de 5 galones de Primer HGTV Home de Sherwin-Williams y pintura para techos Valspar Ultra con envío gratis a la obra. Oferta termina el 9/26. Entrega antes de las 8 p.m. Sujeto a disponibilidad de conductores. Aplican más términos. Detalles en Lowe's.com/Same Day Delivery. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en Lowe's.com/Terms. Sujeto a cambios.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Art, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, Peyton Toley about to make his first big league appearance out of the bullpen. The big lefty listed at 6'6", 250, facing the top of the order. Here's Lawrence Butler, who doubled off the wall to open the game, and he fouls the first pitch away, strike one. Then he grounded out short to first. Toley with the Red Sox has made 3 starts, 0-1. Had a great first start, though he didn't get the win. He's allowed 9 earned runs in 10 1/3, and he misses away. This will be fastball after fastball?
I would think so, and that's why he profiles as an effective reliever.
70 pitches for Bayo's on the hook. Down and in with a fastball.
Close. But there's no question, Joe, if he's going to be a dependable starter, he has to find some secondary stuff.
Bayo charged with 4 runs in 4 innings, 1 unearned. 2-1. Swinging a foul to the left side out of play. Well, a different role for this young man. But he had many roles in college and quite a hitter.
He was a really good hitter. Two-way guy with a ton of power. Very talented.
2-2 is fouled to the left out of play. Texas Christian to baseball power, and then Wichita State.
One thing I love about him is he couldn't be more friendly off the mound, and he's an absolute psycho on him.
Not like Steve Lyons. Low and inside.
Pants are on.
Steve Lyons is here today. He was here for the Red Sox Foundation Golf Tournament. Comes to our fantasy camp every year. Really enjoyed watching Steve play over the years, and all 4 of his stints with the Red Sox. Foul to the left out of play. I liked him so much they kept trading to get him back.
I loved calling games with him. He was a fun personality.
Live wire.
And a great manager in fantasy camp. Very intense.
No way.
3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him away. That was 98. And that was a weak one-hand wave. He missed it by plenty. So Tolley strikes out the first man he faces as a reliever.
I don't know whether to make it a good thing or a bad thing that Alex Cora has had to be as aggressive these last couple nights with his starters, both Giolito and Bayo, both out before the end of the 5th inning.
Stuff on the bullpen. Rooker swings and misses. Rooker hit a 2-run homer into the monster seats, his 30th of the year in the first inning, and then was called out on strikes. Tolley fires. Swing and a miss. Another fastball. Well, they call that a changeup, but it was 91.
Yeah.
More or less in case it takes something off the fastball. Struck out the first batter, now 0-2 to the A's best power hitter. Tolley working quickly, delivers. And strike 3 over the outside corner. Dropped by Wong, who tags him for the out. Rooker still standing there. He didn't believe Nick Marley's call, but he's rung up. But a start, 2 strikeouts for Tolley to begin. Can he give them some length, things that he has been a starter?
Yeah, one of the big questions for Alex Cora with Tolley in this role is what will he be like in terms of his ability to bounce back? But today it certainly feels like he'd be counted on for length.
Now Nick Kurtz, a left-hand batter who struggled against lefties, and he takes a strike.
Bayo only 70 pitches. The stuff was down. It's a combination of score and situation, and also maybe a little concern over Bayo's stuff.
Big swing and a miss. I throw him slider and cutter to start this at bat, and it's 0-2.
Good. He did not have that pitch in his last start at all.
So he's shaking it up a little bit. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He blows him away at 100. Whoa, he just blew it right by Kurtz, who had no chance. What a performance by Peyton Tolley. Strikes out the side in his first major league inning out of the bullpen. After 4.5, 4-2 Athletics on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Regresaron los Pro Días de Ahorros en Lowe's para ahorrar en grande. Miembros de My Lowe's Pro Rewards ahorran $10 en cubetas selectas de 5 galones de primer HGTV Home de Sherwin-Williams y pintura para techos Valspar Ultra con envío gratis a la obra. Oferta termina el 9/26. Entrega antes de las 8 p.m. Sujeto a disponibilidad de conductores. Aplican más términos. Detalles en Lowe's.com/Same Day Delivery. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en Lowe's.com/Terms. Sujeto a cambios.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Top of the order due here is Durant takes low and inside ball 1. Jaron is grounded to first fly to center. McGinn, who looked like he might have a quick afternoon, has picked it up. Last couple of innings, they haven't scored. 1-2-3 last inning, the pitch. Here's a strike over the inner half. Today's Red Sox code word of the game is Cedon Rafaela 3. Make sure to enter your code word of the member portal today to claim your points.
2 D's, 2 N's in Cedon.
People get that wrong all the time.
And 1 F. The pitch is swung on, bounce right side, grabbed by Kurtz on the second up. Underhands of the pitcher, and he just does beat him to the bag. Durant always hustles down the line. 1 down. We take a 10-second break on the Shaws in Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Here's Trevor Story now. He really stole a run in the first inning. He doubled to left and took third. Eventually, and he scored on a sac fly when most guys would never have attempted. He made a great slide home, and the fly ball to shallow right. He takes it inside, ball 1, struck out his next time up.
He will be sleepless come January. He's got 2 kids, 3 and 2, and another one on the way.
I forgot all about those days. As the grandkids go home. 1-0 is swung on it high to right field and shallow. Leday coming on. He makes the catch. Granddaughter Charlie is listening today. She just got out of school in Wilbraham.
Beautiful job, isn't it? You say yes to everything. You spoil them and you send them home.
That's the secret. Red Sox on WEEI brought to you by New England Ford dealers of the New England Edition F-150, the official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, you're Charlie and my Charlie. Had a little time together in Florida.
About, what, 7 years difference. Your Charlie's going to be 4, and our Charlie's 11. There's a swing at a high fly, left center field off the bat of Bregman, carrying to the edge of the track, but that's all. And the catch is made quickly out there by Butler fighting the sun. The Red Sox go ever so quietly. After 5, 4-2 Athletics on the Shaws in Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
It's Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances and save an additional $1,000 when you buy 4 select LG major appliances. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5 amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt 20-volt max tool. Get the job done for less at Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 9/26. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items. Coverage varies by plan. View contract and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com.
Do you own a 2005 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire or no warranty coverage at all? With the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering a low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save you thousands off costly vehicle repairs. Get your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage are included. Visit EnduranceWarranty.com. EnduranceWarranty.com.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you.
Ooh.
Find your next ride at Autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
6th inning here. The Athletics leading the Red Sox 4-2. Brian Bayo with 4 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. He walked 2, struck out only 3, and threw 70 pitches. And Peyton Tolley, who struck out the side in the 4th, drills a strike in there to the left-hand batting Tyler Soderstrom, who singled and walked. Tolley fires. Inside and low, 98. His last pitch of the 5th inning was 100 miles an hour to fan Nick Kurtz. Bresman at the cut of the grass and a swing and a miss.
Joe, do you remember the first time you saw somebody throw 100? I mean, it's all the time now, but do you remember it standing out to you?
Of course, they didn't have radar guns until maybe, 15 years ago. They had them, but they didn't show them on the board outside.
Scouts would use them.
Chapman might have been one of the first we saw.
Devers got him on that fateful Sunday night.
In the Bronx. But now it's commonplace. Pitch. Swing a line shot right to the second baseman. Grabbed by Hamilton for the out. Step to his right to make the play. That's the first ball put in play against Big Peyton Tolley.
Tolley was talking yesterday about this new role. He was talking to Tim Healy of the Boston Globe. He said he was probably going to be like so overactive in the bullpen getting ready because he doesn't know what the routine's like out there.
Jacob Wilson swings and misses.
He's overactive with everything. He said after his debut he walked off the mound and couldn't feel his feet.
And he carries 250 pounds on those feet. Wilson swings, lines one down the right field line. Foul over by the canvas alley.
I said this about Carlos Narvaez to you the other day. This dude right here would be one of your favorites, too. I mean, he is just, he's amazing. Hope he can stick up here, have a long career, but he wears it on his sleeve, which is so refreshing.
And he's throwing strikes today, the 0-2. Swinging a ground ball to second. Hamilton has it. And flips to first for the out. 2 quick outs. I love to watch this Wilson kid play. His dad was a great defender as a shortstop of the Pirates, but he didn't hit like this kid. I'd say he has an outside chance at the batting title. 8 points behind Judge, but it's tough to make up 8 points this late in the season,
especially since Judge walks so much.
Yeah, that would probably protect his average quite a bit. Ball one missing. Bleday is grounded into a 5-6-3 double play and fly to left. Here's the 1-0. Check swing, line drive, base hit, left field. Just to the right of Bregman, who was wide of the line. An accidental hit for J.J. Bleday, and it brings up Hernaiz, the rookie, playing at third base today. He's grounded out 5-3 and 6-3.
Wade Boggs is here today in the Legends Suite. We were talking about Bill Wanless and the Pawtucket Red Sox. How about Boggs? I'll never forget this plaque that was on one of those columns inside McCoy Stadium, talking about his last 2 years at AAA, Boggs, and talking about how different baseball was then and now.
Well, tipped him. They kept him in the minors till he was 26.
I mean, I think on the last day of the season, he lost the batting title by something like, 5/100ths of a percentage point. Yep. He stayed there, and the next year hit .325.
Part of it is they want him to work on his defense, but part of it was his philosophy at the time. Don't rush him. Line drive, right field, base hit. Nice easy swing toward the gap. Here goes the runner to third. Throw by Eaton is a little wide. Grabbed by Bregman. Had it been right on the bag, would have been close. So a couple of 2-out hits here as they put the ball in play. And it brings up Geloff, who's grounded out 4-3 and struck out.
Cutter that got a lot of the plate.
Athletics up 4-2 in the top of the 6th. Geloff is a right-hand batter. He's fanned out 43 times in 98 plate appearances.
Time for one right here.
Here's the pitch, and he swings and misses. He spent part of the year at AAA. But with a stat like that, 15 years ago, you never make the big leagues at all.
So there was a real pride in not striking out.
It does make a difference. Strikeouts do not advance runners. Fastball running inside.
I think it's a huge flaw in development these days. Everybody wants to launch and hit pull side power, but I think particularly this time of year and in the weeks to come, contact is going to win games.
It's the reason the Brewers have the best record in baseball. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Blew him away. Up and away with a heater at 96. Well, the Guardians have moved ahead of Detroit 3-1. A game started by Skubal.
Not good.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner goes from first, and it taken inside. Here's the throw. It almost goes into center field. Caught by Hamilton. It's a stolen base for her nice. So runners at second and third.
Skubal only gave up 1 run in 6 innings. He punched out 9, as we were talking about earlier, but Troy Melton gave it up out of the bullpen.
The Guardians have been so hot because they got a truly great player in Jose Ramirez, who I think is headed to Cooperstown. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Up in his eyes at 96. 4 strikeouts in 2 innings for Tolley. He leaves 2 men in scoring position, and after 5.5, it is 4-2 Athletics on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Regresaron los Pro Días de Ahorros en Lowe's para ahorrar en grande. Miembros de My Lowe's Pro Rewards ahorran $10 en cubetas selectas de 5 galones de primer HGTV Home de Sherwin-Williams y pintura para techos Valspar Ultra con envío gratis a la obra. Oferta termina el 9/26. Entrega antes de las 8 p.m. Sujeto a disponibilidad de conductores. Aplican más términos. Detalles en Lowe's.com/Same Day Delivery. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en Lowe's.com/Terms. Sujeto a cambios.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would it leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Choose the company I trust, Endurance. If your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection on the drivetrain, AC, and more. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
For your free quote, go to endurancewarranty.com. That's endurancewarranty.com.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
4-2 A's. Last of the 6th. Here's Massa to sac fly to shallow right, and then a soft number to the mound, and he takes a strike. Did you hear Shaw's and Star Market lowering the price of hundreds of items you buy, most like boneless chicken breast, 2-liter Coke, avocado snacks, and much more. Find new lower price tags aisle after aisle. Full details at shaws.com/lower prices and starmarket.com/lower prices. That one missed 1-1. DeMassa batting in the cleanup spot today. He has 2 home runs this year. The pitch taken low. 2 balls and a strike. Tolley's pitched 2 scoreless innings. A's bullpen starting to stir here. They made extensive use of their bullpen last night, just like the Red Sox.
88 pitches for JT Ginn.
He was on the ropes early. 2-1. He's wide. 3 balls and a strike. The bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. That last thing Ginn wants here is a leadoff walk. Here's the pitch, and he takes a strike over the inner half. Cutter at 91.
In the meantime, the Red Sox haven't had a base runner since Bregman's leadoff walk in the 3rd, and the Red Sox haven't had a hit since the 2nd.
Here's the 3-2 pitch, and he swings and rips a bullet to right field, but right at Blade, who stabs it, coming in 2 steps for the out, 1 man down. We lost a great Red Sox fan earlier this week with the passing of the great actor Robert Redford. I met him once, and he was talking about Ted Williams, his hero.
Yeah, Jeffrey Lyons wrote me a wonderful note yesterday talking about how you went to see him on a press tour for the legend of Bagger Vance, and he talked about Ted Williams. And then Jeffrey, as he always does, is able to weave an incredible story.
Low takes a strike. He's had an infield hit and fly to right.
He said Redford reminded him that one time his father, Jeffrey's father, was the first guy to put his name in a column and how much that meant to him.
Leonard Lyons of the Lions Den outside.
And he said that he once pitched for the University of Colorado, and his high school teammate was a second baseman whose nickname at that time was Porky. And as Jeffries puts it, he grew a little bit. Number 53 in your program fans, Don Drysdale.
Here's the pitch home, and a ground ball bounce weakly to the right side. Going to be a tough play. Here's the flip to second nicely with a glove. Got a slow runner going. But Geloff did it well, flipping about 5 feet with a glove to the first baseman for the out. I believe they both went to Van Nuys High School in Southern California, Don Drysdale and Robert Redford.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was a great junket. I not only met Robert Redford, but Will Smith, Charlize Theron. Pitch misses inside.
Well, I mean, you're in a movie with Marissa Tomei. You're meeting Charlize Theron. Come on.
Yeah. Marissa was in a movie with me. 1-0, swing and a miss. Sort of a dark movie. Set in Maine.
And it was called?
In the Bedroom. I still get the residuals. They're down to about 73 cents every 3 months. The 1-1, foul to the right out of play.
It's a good thing Jan is so beautiful. I'll just say that.
Indeed. She's got a birthday coming up.
Don't I know it? What a gift she's been to you.
The 54th anniversary coming up in November. Great mom and grandma. 1-2. 2 out and nobody on. The bats are gone silent again. Ginn's pitch, swinging a fly ball to left field. Right there to make the play. To retire the side is Soderstrom, and that will do it. The Red Sox go 1, 2, 3. The last 3, 6, 9, 12 hitters have gone down in a row. So we go to the 7th, and it is 4-2 Oakland and Athletics on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Regresaron los Pro Días de Ahorros en Lowe's para ahorrar en grande. Miembros de My Lowe's Pro Rewards ahorran $10 en cubetas selectas de 5 galones de Primer HGTV Home de Sherwin-Williams y pintura para techos Valspar Ultra con envío gratis a la obra. Oferta termina el 9/26. Entrega antes de las 8 p.m. Sujeto a disponibilidad de conductores. Aplican más términos. Detalles en Lowe's.com/Same Day Delivery. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en Lowe's.com/Terms. Sujeto a cambios.
Coverage varies by plan. View contract and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com. Do you own a 2005 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire or no warranty coverage at all? With the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering a low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save you thousands off costly vehicle repairs. Get your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage are included. Visit EnduranceWarranty.com. EnduranceWarranty.com.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Find your next ride at Autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
7th inning on the way at Fenway Park with the Red Sox down 4-2 to the A's, who send up 9-1-2 in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Pre-Owned Cars and Trucks. Peyton Tolley's still out there, a 3rd inning, and he pumps in a fastball outside for ball 1 to Willie McIver.
I would bet it'd be a short leash here, Mike. I mean, you understand running him out there, but I think it's Zack Kelly who's up and warming in the Red Sox bullpen.
The 1-0, swinging a foul back. That's 33 pitches from Peyton Tolley. Came on in the 5th, struck out the side in scintillating fashion, overpowering strikeouts with 98, 99, and then 100. The 1-1. Swinging a line drive foul, first base side. 1-2.
Is Jan, like, now that we're, 9 months into this experiment, is she sort of regretting the idea that she urged you to retire?
Well, she said I don't seem retired.
1-2's line to first, and Lowe makes a little jump to make the catch, and there's one away at the 7th.
The Red Sox kept me busy. I've been to nursing homes and memory care and season ticket holder events, and autographs. Been a lot of fun.
Well, it's been a joy having you up here today as well. Yankees were in over the weekend.
But I don't miss the Southeast Distressway in rush hour.
Swing and a miss. Strike one to Lawrence Butler, left-hand hitting leadoff man.
I can't tell you how often I'm on the road, and people just say, where and how is Joe?
0-1. Butler takes outside.
I say he's having the time of his life, although he's doing a lot of yard work.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Jan does the yard work.
I think we might benefit from some of her fruits here soon.
The 1-1. Inside 2-1 on Butler.
Our wives talk about plants, don't they?
And Jan has some waiting for Jen.
How are the blueberries doing, Will?
Poorly. If I get one a year, it's a win.
2-1. Butler swings and he rolls it on the ground up the middle, a base hit into center. And a one-out knock for Butler, his second hit of the ball game, and a base runner in the 7th for the A's, up 4-2. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry into the Nissan end of summer sales event to get your new ride. Visit your local store or nissanusa.com today. Well, here comes Brent Rooker, who popped a 2-run home run to the monster in the first off Brian Bayo, who had a short start today. A couple strikeouts since. Tolley's first. Is swung on and popped foul behind the plate. So Tolley hit 100 in the 5th. It was the hardest pitch he's thrown in his young professional career. Not even something he did in the minors. The Red Sox pitching group gives out a T-shirt if you hit 100. But it was 99.7 officially for Tolley. His 0-1 is down and in. A ball and a strike. No swing on appeal to first. Sox down 4-2 in the 7th. Today's 7th inning is sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Call all sevens. Swinging a foul back at 617-777-7777.
My blueberries are not growing, but they are by Steve Kingston. And how about the blueberry pie to cap it off? I mean, you got chowder, lobster roll, and then the main blueberry pie.
He makes them too.
Come on.
The Clam Shack.
Absolutely delicious. 1 out, 1 on. Peyton Tolley's 1-2. And on the hands. 2-2 on Rooker. I went lobster roll first.
Okay.
Chowder second.
Yeah.
Probably should have gone chowder first for temperature purposes, but it was still good. Perfect temperature nonetheless. And then topped off with the blueberry pie.
Nothing better.
Tolley's 2-2 runner takes off. The pitch is a ball. Wong's throw is not nearly in time, and it goes into center. But Lawrence Butler will hold it second with a stolen bag to move into scoring position with the Red Sox down 2 here in the 7th.
I know catchers are predisposed to throw, but I think Connor's made a couple poor choices on those where runners have had the bag easily stolen and he just launches anyway. An enormous run right now at second base, given the way the Red Sox offense has faltered.
It's 3-2 on Rooker with Nick Kurtz on deck. Who's on deck? Brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be TimberTech.com. Peyton Tolley's ready with his 3-2. Swinging a line drive on a couple of hops at second. David Hamilton gobbles it up and throws out Rooker at first for out number 2 as Lawrence Butler moves from second to third.
By the way, I don't mean to taunt you guys, but I saved half of my blueberry pie.
Come on.
And it's like the perfect wax paper. Everything about it is perfect. The breading, the blueberries, the sugaring. It says on there, freshly baked every day.
And they are.
Sure tastes like it. You know it is. Here's Nick Kurtz, left on left, first pitch. It's a fastball that dots the outside part of the plate at 96.
Well, when you are asked to cater a wedding for the family of a president of the United States and anniversaries and family reunions and you fly lobster meat from Maine to Texas, you know you're onto something.
Man at third, 2 outs, 0-1. Kurtz takes a fastball that just misses inside.
Yeah, one time we were up visiting with Steve at the Clam Shack, and he said, "Excuse me, I'll be back in about 20 minutes." He went to the Bush compound to deliver fresh lobster.
Who among us hasn't? Sox down 4-2 in the 7th, the 1-1. Kurtz swings and he rolls it towards short. Story backhands it, and he throws to first. Wide throw. Kurtz is safe and a run scores. Trevor looks down at the dirt, shaded up the middle. He made the backhand play, but for a second time in this game, his throw leaked off, tailing toward the home plate side of first, and it's now 5-2 A's in the 7th.
He took his time to set his feet, too, but still erred on the throw.
No good.
And so with Cleveland leading Detroit 3-1 in the 8th inning, the Red Sox are now down 3. Tyler Soderstrom, the batter, in the first pitch. This is ball 1.
Again, Mike, all of these things are magnified with the offense. They just are not hitting enough right now. And I know Roman is out, and I know Willier is out, but they just have not hit nearly enough.
The 1-0. Soderstrom swings and he grounds it at third. Bregman bobbles, but he collects and he throws out Soderstrom at first. And the inning's over. So the error adds a run for the A's, who now lead the Red Sox 5-2 as we hit the stretch at Fenway on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Regresaron los Pro Días de Ahorros en Lowe's para ahorrar en grande. Miembros de My Lowe's Pro Rewards ahorran $10 en cubetas selectas de 5 galones de Primer HGTV Home de Sherwin-Williams y pintura para techos Valspar Ultra con envío gratis a la obra. Oferta termina el 9/26. Entrega antes de las 8 p.m. Sujeto a disponibilidad de conductores. Aplican más términos. Detalles en Lowe's.com/Same Day Delivery. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en Lowe's.com/Terms. Sujeto a cambios.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would it leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Choose the company I trust, Endurance. If your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection on the drivetrain, AC, and more. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
For your free quote, go to endurancewarranty.com. That's endurancewarranty.com.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
In our Can Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Bottom of the 7th, Red Sox down 5-2 against the A's, who go back to the bullpen, and they turn to right-hander Michael Kelly for the second time in this series. 7, 8, and 9 coming for the Red Sox in the Herb Chambers batting order, starting with David Hamilton. Homered his first time today. First pitch is a fastball at 97 for strike 1. Red Sox down by 3, up 2.5 games on Cleveland, who's got a lead right now on Detroit. The 0-1. Hamilton takes a strike. It's 0-2.
And Seattle leads in Kansas City. So, I mean, I think the Red Sox really want to avoid flying to Seattle for a wild card series with their great pitching in that ballpark.
So many good starting pitchers in that rotation. 0-2. Outside. Hey, get up to $20 off groceries with every flu vaccination at Shaw's Pharmacy or Star Market Pharmacy. Stay protected and safe because your health matters to us. Stop by your Shaw's Pharmacy or Star Market Pharmacy to get your free flu shot today at complete terms and conditions. The 1-2 is down, and Hamilton went around, though. Tried to check his swing, but on appeal, he's rung up. and he strikes out for the first out in the bottom of the 7th. Red Sox hitters have not reached base since Alex Bregman walked to begin the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Well, and Bregman right now, hands on hips, talking to Pete Fancy and Dylan Lawson, stoic look on his face. He's got to lead this charge. They've got to find a way.
First pitch is a strike to the right-hand hitting Nate Eaton, who had an infield single in the 2nd.
And again, it's not an affront to these guys, but without Anthony, without Wilyer.
0-1, misses in.
In a must-win situation, not must-win, but a really important game, you just got guys who are not used to this kind of a stage in the lineup on a huge day.
Base is empty, the 1-1. Eaton swings and he lines one into center field, a base hit. Took the breaking ball away and laces one into center. And a 1-out base runner finally, as the Red Sox have their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Eaton's been really good, Mike. I think sort of quietly he has done his part. And here we go again. Alex Cora will ride with Cedon. A spot that they could sure use him to find something.
Cedon has popped out in foul ground to first and then struck out swinging in the 4th. The Red Sox trail the A's 5-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Michael Kelly's first pitch is a fastball that misses, outside ball 1. We'll get to the results of our poll from the New England Chevy dealers question of the day. Get a closer look at Chevy's award-winning lineup at your New England Chevy dealers. Find exciting offers too on the powerful Silverado and all-new Equinox. Kelly's 1-0 is down and away. 2-0 on Cedon, the subject of the question of the day at Sox Booth on Twitter. What was Alex Cora's best decision from last night's win? And 55% of the voters say it was pinch hitting Nick Sogard for Cedon Rafaela. 2-0. Cedon taking all the way, and it's a strike down the heart of the plate.
This is where it's hard. I mean, at times in the minor leagues, they told him he could swing at one pitch in an at-bat. I mean, that 2-0 is a hanging slider, but you understand why he takes.
They wanted him to stop chasing. 2-1 is swung on and chopped foul, third base side, and just like that, it's 2-2.
It's not close right now, Mike. You just have to call it like it is. He is so far away from the hitter that lifted this offense for the better part of 2 months. It is not the normal Cedon right now.
Sox down by 3, man aboard in the 7th. 2-2. Swinging a line drive on a hop to short. Wilson gloves. Underhand flip for 1. Geloff's turn in time for 2. Wow, nicely done by the A's defensively. 6-4-3, and the inning's over. We go to the 8th with Greg Weissert coming on. A's 5, Red Sox 2 after 7 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out.
Going down in a rinse change.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Hey, hello. Listen to my voice talking to you about the new Old Spice NFL collection at Walmart. Now listen to my smell. I smell like NFL stars Jared Goff, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, CJ Stroud, and George Kittle. I smell like greatness. Why? Because I'm wearing Old Spice's new NFL collection. How can you put the greatness of the NFL into a smell, you ask? You can't. But Old Spice can. And they did. Smell like Suntal and Speed, Driftwood and Drive, Sea Ties and Toughness with the Old Spice NFL collection available at Walmart. Smell like the greatest smell in the NFL with Old Spice.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
Well, Cedon hit it hard, 105 miles an hour off his bat, but right at the A's shortstop, Jacob Wilson, who leads off here in the 8th inning against the new Red Sox pitcher, Greg Weissert. Red Sox down 5-2. First pitch inside, ball one to Jacob Wilson, a guy who I know, Joe, has really caught your eye here.
Well, I love the way he plays shortstop, and especially the way he puts his bat on the ball, striking out once every 14 plate appearances. That should be a gold standard.
He's got his average up to 321 now. Had an infield single back in the 3rd. Righty on righty, 1-0. Is called a strike right near the top of the zone, 1-1.
Well, it's right on the line right now for the Red Sox. And one thing that absolutely has to happen in the last 9 games and 2 innings, they've got to hit more in the middle innings.
1-1. Check swing on a pitch away, and it's 2-1 as Wilson didn't offer.
It was the #1 signature of this offense. Second time through, they'd be sharing all this information. Anthony and Bregman and Story, they would just maul pitchers. Second time looking at them, not at all lately.
2-1. Swinging a little fister into shallow center. Rafaela comes in and makes a shoulder-high catch for the first down at the top of the 8th.
And that dude has to hit. Cedon has to hit. So does Bregman. He's looked better today. He's going to play every day with the glove, but it is so imperative that Rafaela give them more offensively.
5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the A's. 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 Trevor Story errors for the Red Sox. Now J.J. Bleday in the left-hand box. First pitch, swinging a foul behind home plate. That box score is brought to you by the Mass State Lottery. Let's make it the best night ever. Grab your friends, pick your numbers, and celebrate the night with Keno and the Mass State Lottery. Must be 18 years or older to play. 1 out, base is empty, and the 0-1. Bleday takes up and away, a ball and a strike. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry in to the Nissan end of summer sales event to get your new ride. Visit your local store and nissanusa.com today. 1-1 is swung on and chopped towards second. Hamilton circles. He gloves on the forehand, and he throws in time to retire Bleday. And there's 2 outs quickly for Greg Weissert here in the 8th inning. So now to the 7 spot in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Sprinter Vans of Somerville and Peabody. For Darrell Hernandez. 2 ground outs and a single the opposite way for him his last time in the 6th inning. He's got an open stance in the right-hand box. Weissert's first pitch is a fastball for a strike. Red Sox down 5-2, 8th inning. Important appearances for the likes of Weissert and Slayton and Zack Kelly as well to figure out the pecking order as far as right-handed relievers go. 0-1's cut on and missed. Really good sinker that ties up Hernandez. Nothing in 2. Kelly's looked really good his last 2 this week. Alex Cora often says that it comes down to consistency for Zack Kelly, but like we talked about last night, the stuff is very good. Cora will tell you that Weissert's been solid all season. 3.03 ERA. Here's his 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He blows an elevated 94 past Darrell Hernandez and works a tidy 1-2-3 top of the 8th inning. The Red Sox have 6 outs left to play with. They're down 5-2 to the A's on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Going down in a rinse change. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Jaron Duran will lead things off in the Herb Chambers batting order for the Red Sox as we begin the bottom of the 8th inning with the Sox down 5-2 against the A's. Hogan Harris, the lefty, comes on. Out of the A's bullpen, and his first pitch is a fastball called the strike top of the zone to Jaron, who's 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts to first and a fly out to center. A 3.26 ERA for Harris, the 0-1. Duran takes down. A ball and a strike as the crowd stirs here at Fenway. Electric atmosphere last night after a tough loss in the opener on Tuesday. The 1-1. Durant swings and tips it foul, and it's 1-2.
I never thought that the start again would be around 6 innings the way he started, but the bats just shut down. He retired the last 12 batters.
5 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. The 7th was scoreless for Michael Kelly, and now Harris here in the 8th. The lefty winds and the 1-2. Durant swings and he bloops one behind second, falling into center and caught by the shortstop Wilson. Running out with his back to home plate. He somehow makes the catch, and that's out number 1.
Well, this is the one guy the A's will hang on to, and so they make sure he's there when they open their park in Las Vegas. I mean, he's a star.
What a play going out. Looks like maybe the center fielder Butler just didn't get a great jump. He was not going full bore to it, and Wilson was going out and hauled it in.
That was ridiculous. One of the best plays I've seen a shortstop make all year.
Now Trevor Story, first pitch swinging. Clock deep to center. Butler goes back. That ball is gone. Straight away center for Trevor Story. And the deficit is 2 in the 8th inning. 431 feet and number 25 for Trevor Story. It's 5-3.
Well, first of all, Trevor is trying single-handedly to carry this offense on his back. What a swing, what a bolt. How big is the play by Wilson right now?
Instead of 5-4 because of the defense, merely 5-3 with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning for Alex Bregman. First pitch, breaking ball in for a strike to Breggy.
So now the chess match begins because the A's have right-handed action in their bullpen. You got Yoshida on deck. Refsnyder and Gonzalez available on the bench.
Breaking ball lands for a strike, and it's 0-2 on Bregman.
So then it becomes the old formula for Alex Cora. Would we rather have Refsnyder and Gonzalez against a righty or Yoshida against a lefty?
0-2. Bregman takes outside.
The right-hander in the bullpen is Tyler Ferguson. I mean, Yoshida's looked better, but I would think Alex Cora would strongly look for Romy or Rob.
1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A curveball fools Bregman, who strikes out, and there's 2 gone in the 8th. And now let's see.
Yeah.
Masataka Yoshida walks back toward the Red Sox dugout, and here comes Romy Gonzalez to bat for him.
And again, Alex knows that Mark Kotsay may well counter. He should, with a right-hander available in the bullpen, and he'll live with that matchup. They've not made the choice yet. Talking it over in the A's dugout. I mean, it would just be such a gift to let Romy face the lefty in this spot.
Romy strides toward home plate. The catcher, Willie McIver, is out talking to Hogan Harris. Maybe to buy some more time for Tyler Ferguson in the bullpen and right field.
Another one of my pet peeves. If you're going to have one visit with a catcher, that should be it. You have to pick. You can't just stall and then eventually take a guy out. Gotta leave him in.
Aroldis Chapman is starting to throw for the Red Sox in the bullpen. And Hogan Harris does stay in for Romy Gonzalez. First pitch. Romy swings and he fouls it straight back on a heater down the middle.
Well, this is where it gets fun, too, because you got low on deck. And Refsnyder will hit for him if it gets to that. And then you would have that sort of right-on-right matchup.
2 outs, base is empty, 0-1. Romy takes down and away. And maybe that's part of the calculus, thinking that if Kotsay doesn't go to it here, he will the next batter. And you like Rob maybe a little more right-on-right than Romy.
Chapman's up in the bullpen.
1-1, swinging a foul straight back on another fastball that was elevated.
Romy 4 for 13 as a pinch hitter. It seems to me that Chapman might even come on if the Red Sox trail by a run.
They're down 5-3 in the 8th. The 1-2. Romy swings and he rolls it to third. That ball is fair. Hernandez gloves and he throws and he gets Romy to end the inning. Story homers, but the Red Sox still trail by 2. We go to the 9th inning. A's 5, Red Sox 3 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stings that just will never come out.
Going down in a rinse straight.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Hey, hello. Listen to my voice talking to you about the new Old Spice NFL collection at Walmart. Now listen to my smell. I smell like NFL stars Jared Goff, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, CJ Stroud, and George Kittle. I smell like greatness. Why? Because I'm wearing Old Spice's new NFL collection. How can you put the greatness of the NFL into a smell, you ask? You can't. But Old Spice can. And they did. Smell like Suntal and Speed, Driftwood and Drive, Sea Ties and Toughness with the Old Spice NFL collection available at Walmart. Smell like the greatest smell in the NFL with Old Spice.
Boston Sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
5-3. We go to the 9th. Zack Kelly against Greg Weissert, who continues in the game. Chris Murphy is up as a contingency in the pen, and a first pitch to Geloff. Right-handed hitter is a sinker for strike one. Unfortunately, right now, 2 unearned runs, errors on the infield, the difference in the game. The A's have been awesome on the dirt. The 0-1 is a strike on the outside corner, sinking fastball. And then it's 0-2. This time of year, every miscue counts and is magnified. 0-2. Cleveland has beaten Detroit 3-1. The final. They beat Skubal. I mean, that team right now has got the special sauce. And that is not great for the Red Sox. Mariners leading 1-0 in KC in the 8th. 0-2 to Geloff. Weissert throws way outside. A changeup yanked badly. And it's 1-2. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry to the Nissan end of summer sales event to get your new ride. Local store or nissanusa.com. 1-2. Geloff 0 for 3 the pitch. He strikes out again. He's got the hat trick going today. So Weissert with a couple of strikeouts, 4 up and 4 down for him. If you want to peek ahead to the 9th inning, the Red Sox scheduled with Lowe, Wong, and Hamilton eye for 1. Would be very surprised if both Refsnyder and Narvaez are not used. I think they will hit in the 9th. Trying to keep it a 2-run hole. Here's Willie McIver Right-handed hitter, swing and a miss. Good slider from Weiser. This is kind of been a get-right outing for him. They need him.
Yeah, I think the last couple have been. Alex Cora says it all comes down to strike one with him. He's been falling behind too much the last month and a half.
0-1 pitch. That was not close. Sinker outside. And it's 1-1. In the top of the 8th inning, Mariners lead 1-0 in KC. Polanco drove in the only run of the game, the 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. The shortstop Story to his left. Weird bouncy gloves and throws to first in time. And they're 2 down. That kind of had a hooking bounce. It got over the mound, and then its last hop on the infield dirt went to Trevor's right knee. He reacted well, and they're 2 down. Ten seconds. Station ID. Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
We're flying Mike Monaco and Joe Castiglione. Lawrence Butler, the hitter, he fouls a fastball back. And it is 0-1. The Red Sox, if they lose today, will split the season series with these Athletics, and that is not good enough this time of year. 0-1. Is a little bit on the outside corner, a changeup, and it's 0-2. I mean, similarly, at this time of year, everything's a post-mortem, an autopsy. You look back at chances missed. And really, the Red Sox did not make the most of their games early against the White Sox either. 0-2. Here's a foul on the third base side. It's been that way a couple years in a row. Sox took 2 of 3, rather 3 of 4 here against Chicago, and then on the south side dropped 2 of 3. 0-2 to Butler. 2 down, top 9, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball, top of the zone. And the inning is over. Red Sox need 2 to tie, 3 to win. We go to the 9th inning, the bottom half, right after this in the Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Did you know using your browser in incognito mode doesn't actually protect your privacy? Take back your privacy with IPVanish VPN. Just one tap and all your data, passwords, communications, browsing history, and more will be instantly protected. IPVanish makes you virtually invisible online. Use IPVanish on all your devices, anytime you go online at home and especially on public Wi-Fi. Get IPVanish now for 70% off a yearly plan with this exclusive offer at ipvanish.com/audio.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Hogan Harris continues in the game, and the Red Sox are going to do what we thought they might. They're going to pinch hit with Narvaez to start. I think Refsnyder will follow. So weapons off the bench against this lefty. Hogan Harris came on in the 8th inning, so he doesn't have to face any more hitters, but now that he's in there and Narvaez stands in, the pitch to him is high with a fastball. 1-0. Carlos 246, 14 homers, 45 driven in. 5-3 Athletics. The pitch. Carlos takes a strike on the inside corner. I think very likely Mark Kotze will go to the bullpen in a moment and invoke a pitching change and slow down in the action, which will be brought to you by Iservay. 1-1. Fascinating to see Romy Gonzalez and Rob Refsnyder chopping it up in the dugout before this inning. 1-1. Carlos takes a ball. A fastball that missed. 2-1. Here it is. And Carlos skies one foul on the first base side. The Red Sox, I mean, they do have the three catchers. Ali Sanchez waits on the bench. It's not impossible that if Carlos were to get aboard, they'd think about something there. But first things first, he's got to get on base. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball. And more frustration for the Red Sox offense. One away. Carlos not happy. And here comes Rob Refsnyder. After Rob, you got David Hamilton due up. And that would get very interesting. It seems to me that Alex Cora can maybe consider using Sogard, and then the switch hitter might see the righty. Here's Rob, who takes low, a fastball, 1-0. 5-3 A's will get you the league leaders and who's circling the drain. Brought to you by Drains by James. Rob leads the world against lefties. 1-0 is a ball. You know he's going to give you a quality at bat. In fact, I would be surprised, really, if he swung at this next pitch. I would. 2-0. Here it is. Rob takes a borderline pitch. Called a strike. I don't think Harris earned that call. I mean, that was, it looked like a little bit down and away, but it is given, and it's 2-1. You just want to get the tying run to the plate. Hamilton is on deck. 2-1. The wind of the pitch. Rob swings and pops one into center field. Butler racing in, and he's there on the gallop to make the play of the Red Sox. They're down to their last out. And they will go to Sogard in this spot. The perfect scenario would have been to have him as the tying run, but Butler, who's had a really nice series here at Fenway, makes the grab, and Sogard is the Red Sox last hope.
4 consecutive pinch hitters. You don't see that very often.
No. Well, and it just tells you, Joe, the state of this Red Sox roster, period. I mean, without Anthony, without Abreu, they are thin. And it is manifesting itself every night in the box score. Here's Sogard. He takes a strike on the inside corner.
They've had only 2 hits since the second inning.
Not good enough. It's unfortunately been that way too often of late. 0-1 the pitch. That's a strike. No, it's not. A changeup. Called a ball a little bit high. And it's 1-1. Cedon lifted. He's still in there. Nate Eaton is actually out on deck. He would be the tying run. 1-1 to Sogard. 1-1. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Fastball fouled into the mitt. And the Red Sox are down to their last strike. 1-2 to Sogard. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Ball game over. The Red Sox lose 2 of 3 to the Athletics at a time of year when losses like that really, really hurt. Bayo was not sharp. The offense continues its slumber. And the Athletics win it today 5-3. Sox now in the 3rd spot in the wild card race. And they are looking at least a game up at the Mariners. Cleveland has won today. Things getting quite precarious for the suddenly slumping Boston Red Sox. 5-3 the final. A's win it. Nissan postgame show next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the do.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Here at the Zebra, research shows the average person would rather endure a root canal than search for auto and home insurance.
Just try to relax.
Okay.
Or be trapped in a car for 8 hours with toddlers on a sugar high. Or remove a nest of irate hornets. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. We do the searching, you do the saving. I think I'll wait inside.
Your home is a reflection of you. Who you choose to do your roofing, siding, windows, and doors matters. For 25 years, Henderson Roofing has served homeowners in Connecticut and Rhode Island. Founded and run by John Henderson himself, they pair quality materials with expert work. Just ask the thousands of homeowners who've given them 5-star reviews. Henderson Roofing, the partner you and your family can trust. Henderson-roofing.com for your free estimate. That's Henderson-roofing.com.
Hey, hello. Listen to my voice talking to you about the new Old Spice NFL collection at Walmart. Now listen to my smell. I smell like NFL stars Jared Goff, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, CJ Stroud, and George Kittle. I smell like greatness. Why? Because I'm wearing Old Spice's new NFL collection. How can you put the greatness of the NFL into a smell, you ask? You can't. But Old Spice can. And they did. Smell like Suntal and Speed, Driftwood and Drive, Sea Tides and Toughness with the Old Spice NFL collection available at Walmart. Smell like the greatest smell in the NFL with Old Spice.
It's Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances and save an additional $1,000 when you buy 4 select LG major appliances. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5 amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt 20-volt max tool. Get the job done for less at Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 9/26. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks iced energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks iced energy. Find it in stores or online today.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI. This is the Nissan postgame show. Sun's out, deals up at the Nissan end of summer sales event.
Red Sox fall today 5-3. A really difficult series loss, 2 of 3 to the Athletics. And now the magic number remains right at 8. The Red Sox have 9 games left. The Cleveland Guardians, who beat Tarek Skubal, and the Detroit Tigers have 10 remaining. So, I mean, it's pretty simple. 19 games. The surging Guardians, who won 7 in a row, just keep on winning. And now the Red Sox face a critical series in Tampa, a super important set in Toronto, and then they come home here and close with the Detroit Tigers. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 5 left for the A's. 3 runs, 7 hits, 2 critical errors, and 4 left for the Red Sox. 2 hours and 28 minutes in front of 32,838. Ginn, the winner. He was rocked early, but then really settled in. Bayo hit early and then chased after 4. He gets the loss. He's 11-8. And Hogan Harris gets his 4th save. Will Fleming, Mike Monaco, and the Hall of Famer Joe Castiglione. You're listening to the Nissan Post-Game Show. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry into the Nissan End of Summer Sales event to get your new ride. Visit your local store or nissanusa.com today. And, Joe, you've been here a lot of times. Sometimes it's not that complicated. I mean, the injury to Roman Anthony, people want to brush it aside. They say, you had this lead. You're in a great spot. You had a 5-game lead a couple of weeks ago. Roman was the catalyst for this entire offense. Bregman was hot when Roman went down. So you don't have the pop at the top of the order, 1-2. And frankly, with the injury to Wilyer Abreu and Cedon struggles at the bottom of the order, it's just very hard to find rallies, to find hits, to find offense. And the offense is the story for this Red Sox team. They again only get 3 runs on 7 hits tonight. And, I mean, really, other than the 5 runs last night, it's 5 or fewer in 4 of the last 5. They just are not hitting enough.
Well, you just look at the lineup, and that tells you pretty much all you need to know. I mean, Yoshida's not a cleanup hitter. And there are too many guys who would not be starters in that lineup. And it's by necessity. It's not a matter of resting people at this stage. But those 2 injuries you mentioned have been so critical. And the longer they go, the more you feel it. That's always the case in baseball. Sometimes you can compensate for a week. But when it gets to be 2 or 3 weeks, or in the case of Abreu, a month, it's very, very difficult.
There's no doubt about it. And, Mike, around the All-Star break, going back to the Devers trade, and I know nobody wants to talk about this, but they shipped out 35 homers and 100 runs batted in, and it was the right call. I mean, the clubhouse responded. The culture of the team has benefited from that. But you get rid of Devers. Casas blows out his knee at first base in a fluky play. So basically what you're saying at that point is what we counted on out of spring training is, 70 homers and almost 200 runs batted in are out of the order. And, deadlines are deadlines. They're weird, and it's maybe hard to get impact hitters, but you subtract Devers, Casas, Anthony, and Abreu. And I think the results are speaking for themselves right now. It is admirable that Nate Eaton and Nick Sogard and all these guys are making contributions and trying to push to the finish line. But this Red Sox team that, added Bregman, that has a lot of star power, that's had a breakout season from Story, who had another homer tonight, his 25th. They just right now are lacking slug, and that is really kind of a major problem with 9 games to go.
Wilyer Abreu is second on this team in home runs, and he last played, Joe said it's been a month, he last played August 17th. And, it coincides at a really tough time for Alex Bregman, who was so good the first few months of the season. He deserves full credit for coming back, 5 weeks earlier than expected from his injury. I mean, he got back so fast, was playing 2 out of 3 to give the team what he could, but that has come at a very tough time as well. Cedon has obviously cooled off in a major way. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, Duran's been above average offensively. Story has been excellent, especially here in September. Bregman was great to begin the season, and then other than that, on a day where Narvaez doesn't start, a day where it's not a lefty, so you don't have Refsnyder and Romy, the rest of the lineup didn't have a lot of punch to it today, and well, it's kind of the way it's gone since Roman Anthony got hurt.
I think, the reality, too, is that as you're fighting and clawing, the pitching has been the reason the Red Sox are in this thing. And it's the reason that if they get in, they got a chance with Crochet and Bayo and Giolito, and now this kid Connolly early. It's all right there for them. But to me, it has stood out now lately with teams like the Athletics and the Diamondbacks, where they're having down years. They're not meeting expectations. But Perdomo, Marte, Carroll, and with this Athletics team, Butler, Rooker, Kurtz, Soderstrom. These are 3, 4, 5 guys in every lineup that have 20 or more homers. And then you look at the other side. I mean, the Red Sox, Nathaniel Lowe has a few home runs with the Red Sox, but a lot of them with the Nationals. Story with 25 now. Bregman's 17. And then it's 2, none, 4, 1, and 16. And we all agree that modern baseball probably over-prioritizes the home run, but it's just the way it goes in the game these days. You have to have guys who hit the ball hard and out of the ballpark, especially when you as a team are not doing it. And right now, that it's just not doing it for the Red Sox.
It's been tough sledding. I mean, Roman Anthony, you knew how important he was at the time, and it's just been missing. He was that good for this team. And, yeah, the pitching, you can't expect to win every game 2-1. But there have been times here as well when Bayo's still trying to right the ship, and Giolito was frustrated with his performance yesterday. The margins are really thin when the offense is going through as difficult a stretch as it is right now.
What's the answer, Joe? I mean, look, you just said it, right? They need to find some magic with the lineup that they have. They still basically, if we're going to play this two ways, right? They don't have the tiebreaker against the Rangers, so we all said, okay, a 3-game lead is 2.5. Well, the same is true with the Cleveland Guardians. They did win the season series with them, so it's a 2-game lead. I mean, it's 1.5 in the standings, but it's a 2-game lead. If they tie the Guardians, they go to the playoffs. You've been down this road so many times. It is so pressurized in Boston. 9 games to go. In your mind, if you were to, rub the genie bottle and say in 10 days they're in the playoffs, what will have happened between now and then?
Just win, baby. What else can you do? They have to win these games. And they have to go to Tampa Bay. They have to take a series to go 2-1. And the same with Toronto because it's so late. Toronto's going to win the division. I think that's pretty clear. And it's not so much a case of beating them, but it's a case of staying alive. And, the Guardians, they don't hit a lot either, but they have in the clutch of late. And they put a lot of pressure on. But, they're going to have to do it with the people they have. It's that simple. You can't expand the roster. You get 2 extra players in September, unlike the old days where you could have up to 40 players. And, you can't make a trade or get a waiver claim to help you at this stage.
It's really interesting because this is the time of year where you look at the schedule, you dig deep, you figure it out. So Cleveland, they're in Minnesota beginning tomorrow. They got 4 with the Twins, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then Cleveland comes home, they host the Tigers for 3, and then they host the Texas Rangers for the final 3 games of the season. I mean, the Red Sox schedule late is not great. It seems to me, gentlemen, that the next 3 games far and away are the most important 3 they'll play all year because it is not going to be easy with Toronto and Detroit. I don't care whether they've clinched or what they've got going on or not. Tampa is a gettable team. Toronto's gotten them a little bit. They have slumped, the Rays have. In this minor league ballpark beginning tomorrow night, Joe, it is essential that the Red Sox score some runs and win some games.
And they have to. It's a bandbox, a lot of home runs in that ballpark, so the bats really have to come alive. They can't have a stretch like they had today when the middle innings, 12 straight men are retired by a starting pitcher whom they had on the ropes in the second inning.
It's going to be Crochet on Friday against Drew Rasmussen.
Yep.
He's got a 2.74 ERA in 29 starts this year. And then you're entrusting it to Kyle Harrison and Connolly Early, who collectively have made 2 Red Sox starts for him this season. Harrison's got some experience with the Giants, but, man, these are huge moments for those kids this weekend down in Florida.
They certainly are. And, I mean, you feel great about Crochet. And, I remember a week ago with the 5-game lead with however many left there were at that point. You're thinking, all right, let's try to game the system and make sure that Crochet is sharp and rested for game 1 of the wild card. Forget that now. That's over. That is over because the Red Sox, we're talking about this number of 8. There are 19 events between the Red Sox and the Cleveland Guardians, and I know they'd like to, pitch Crochet in Toronto and save him and keep him healthy and strong for game 1 of the wild card. I'm sorry, Mike. I think on the plane tonight, that conversation changes completely. He pitches tomorrow. He's going to pitch in Toronto, and then I start to think, you say, you know what? We might need the horse on 3 days, on the final day of the season against the Detroit Tigers. And you said this, Joe. I mean, that's the way you don't want it to go. But at this point, there's no other choice, is there?
No choice. You have to win. It's that simple. and you can't think ahead to the playoffs when you haven't earned the right to be there yet.
No, you have not. And this team has not been in 4 years, and it just seems so important that they get that done. That they set out to do it. Yes, it's been a tumultuous season, but there have been so many great stories. You got the ace, you got the closer, you got the young core. Bregman is here. And it seems so critical that the Red Sox get across the finish line. The Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated, by the way, to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund.